live on StreamYard. What is FBA? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like the live, y'all. Like the live. All right. It seems like the live. Let's get the likes up. Hey, what's up, booby? Oh, boy. How can we discuss the topic? We don't know what it is. I know what FBA is, Joe. I'm just saying. I just got it in the title. I know what FBA is, man. You can just find out. It's anti-Black American. If you don't want to use FBA or American Indian or Africans, anti-Black American. To make it simple. Uh, what's up? What's up, Niji? What's up? Like the live, y'all. Like the live. Get the likes. Let's get the likes up. Get the likes up. Share, like, and share. Like I'm doing right now. Make sure y'all like and share the live. What's up? What's up, Chris? All right. Who else is in request? Matt Airwalk. What's up? What's up, vibes? Who's all in here? Yeah, make sure y'all tap the screen. Oh, great, my likes. All right, I was about to say. Oh man, tired. Well, I can't go to sleep just yet because I get up at 5 a.m. and I try to get only 2, 3 hours of sleep at night. So I will not be deported. What's going on? Anybody on YouTube yet? No, not yet. But we have people on Twitter. Shout out to the 17 people that are on Twitter. Let's shout out to the people that's on Twitter. Yeah, what's up? Appreciate that. Appreciate the likes, and stuff like that. As y'all know, I am tired, but we here. We're rocking out, baby. What's up, Cleveland? What's up, Nana? It's probably a bunch of people on live, ain't it? But it is what it is. Everybody wants to be live at the same time. That's just how it goes on TikTok, right? Everybody just wants to be live at the same time. Are Africans anti-American Indian / FBA? Thank you for the follow, PJ. Thank you for the follow. Natives. Ooh, Mr. Solo Dolo. Mr. Solo Dolo, where are you from? What's your ethnicity?
Colorado, from Taos Pueblo.
Okay. I'm Lakota. My DNA test came back as native. That native Cholo. Like, what you want, yo? Oh, we got native Cholo in the building. Clap it up. What's up, Diamond? Oh, you say you're Pueblo?
Yeah, Taos Pueblo. What about you?
I'm American.
That's nationality.
I'm American Indian.
Oh yeah, from Which southern states tribe you from?
The Southern State Tribe, Maryland and Virginia. I don't take the Piscataway. This ain't
All
no
right.
interview, by the way. Yeah, just know this ain't no interview. You ain't gonna ask me a bunch of questions.
Okay, but you're asking me questions, so why are you so
Yeah,
special?
yeah. You're on my panel. I'm not on the Mr. Solo Dolo show. You're on the Darvin Osiris show. It's not no conversation. It's a conversation, nothing but questions. No, it's not. A conversation is two people dialoguing. So, with that being said, you're not going to come up here and berate me with questions on my panel. This isn't the Mr. Solo Dolo show. It's the Darvin Osiris show. I need the people to learn their roles and shut their mouth.
African freedmen, heard you loud and clear.
Okay, name 10 Africans that came to the United States.
Obviously, you're one of them. You're a freedman.
Name 10. The Powhatan didn't have freedmen. Go show me a Powhatan freedman. Go. Let me see those records.
Powhatan. What's a Powhatan?
Show me a Powhatan freedman. Do you got a record of a Powhatan freedman, Mr. Solo Dolo? You're so up here solo dolo because you ain't got no friends. You brought Native Cholo in here thinking you was going to get an embarrassing moment from Darvin Osiris, but nah, I'm too smart for that.
Ashamed to be African.
You're ashamed to be Siberian. That's how pathetic.
DNA test says otherwise.
The DNA test says you're Siberian.
It does not.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Why do Native Americans have East Asian DNA in their DNA test? Why do y'all haplogroups go back to East Asia? Actually, since we want to talk about DNA, if the DNA test, nah. Y'all thought you would get an embarrassing moment out of Darvin Osiris, but guess what? I told you before. I told you before. You're not going to get an embarrassing moment out of me because I'm too smart for that. And you can't out-talk me. You can't out-funny me. You can't out-knowledge me. So what is your DNA test? What's your haplogroup, sir? Hold on. What's your maternal haplogroup? What's your mtDNA, sir? So we can nip that in the bud right now. I'll go search up the S&P. Since we want to talk DNA test, what's your haplogroup? Only
Africans are on TikTok.
What's your haplogroup, Mr. Solo Dolo? What's your haplogroup, Mr. Solo? Why are you avoiding the haplogroup question? You throw out the DNA test. What's your haplogroup?
Again, we're having a conversation.
No. We're not having a conversation. I asked you to name your haplogroup.
Pathetic.
And the ashamed Southeast Asian. What's your haplogroup, Mr. Asian? If I'm from Africa, you're from Asia. That's just how it works. I'm from Africa, you're from Asia. Because I know you can't. I know you wouldn't be able to name 10 Africans that came off a boat here. You don't. I bet you don't know 10 tribes that's on the East Coast of the United States.
How'd you lose all your culture and your history and language?
How did you lose all your How did you lose all your culture? Why by 2050? Hold on. Why by 2050? They said there's only going to be 20 out of 150 native languages being spoken here. What have y'all been doing these years on the reservation? What y'all been doing? Why is the BIA pushing for heavy native languages to be revitalized?
Because it's a dying language, right?
Unaliving. So why y'all languages going extinct? It seems like y'all not practicing y'all culture.
Right? What? So you're
trying no. What are y'all doing on the reservation? Why is there only 150 languages being spoke and it's 500 federally recognized tribes? Now he's gone. That was too easy. He fled. He fled when it's time to talk about culture that they say we don't have. Why aren't y'all practicing y'all culture? Huh? Why it's over 500 federally recognized tribes and 150 languages is being spoken.
Man,
man, don't cuss on my panel. You're gonna get off. You're gonna be off here. I don't need J History's approval. J History needs Americans' approval. Yeah, I don't need J History's approval. You can get up out of here.
Okay,
this is the Darvin Osiris show. This ain't the J History show. This ain't no Native Cholo show. This ain't Mr. Solo Dolo show. It's Darvin Osiris show. And guess what? That's how I pack that dude up. You can get packed up too. That's not a That's a guarantee. That's a fact of life. Boom. Got him. Oh, I'm on fire today. Yeah, y'all caught me at a good time. I done finally caught a second gear. I done clocked out of work and started giving BTA. Had to take my belt off. Cause y'all need some BTA in y'all lives. Cause y'all parents obviously ain't do it. That's why y'all are losers on the internet. Woo! Homeless janitor. I ain't no homeless janitor. If my name wasn't on my badge, I'd show you. I'm a teacher. Something you'll never be, because you ain't teaching nobody nothing. You can't even teach nobody how to tie their shoes. You can't teach nobody nothing. Nobody's looking for J history to be this profound scholar. No, not nowhere. No college, no university, no high school, no middle school, no elementary school, no preschool is looking for J history. What's up? Hey, African Queen. Hey, how you doing? Where you from? What's your ethnicity?
I'm from Morovia. I currently live in the U.S.
Okay, you currently live in the U.S. All right, what's your thoughts on the prompt? Are TikTok, Africans on TikTok, are they anti-American Indian or are they anti-FBA?
Neither.
Neither?
We just ourselves.
Y'all just yourselves? Y'all don't have any, you don't have any vitriol for people that say they're not from Africa?
No.
No?
Y'all can do whatever you want. When we walk in the streets, you walk next to me, nobody can tell the difference if you're from Africa or wherever you're from. You look just like me. You look like one of my brothers.
Man, yes, they do. Let's stop lying. If NASA 20 years ago can say that aliens look like African Americans, quote unquote, if NASA can tell the difference between us, you don't think the government can?
And who did that research?
If NASA, I'm telling you, this is somebody that works for NASA.
That's what I'm saying. So who did that research?
He said aliens look like quote unquote African Americans. So if NASA can tell the guy that saw it.
Because whenever we try to say stuff to prove it, if we talk about our heritage or our lineage, y'all tell us, oh, that's the white tea people that's telling us that. Then it
is the white tea people telling you that. So who told you? Hold on, who told you? Which one of your family members told you that that your ancestors got taken to America? Do you have an oral tradition of that?
I have a ticket that we.
Do you have an oral tradition of one of your family members getting taken from Africa to America?
No.
No. So if you can't even tell the story for yourself, how are we supposed to believe you or the YT man?
And who are you for us to believe you?
I'm not nobody. We're not asking for y'all to prove. We're not asking. We didn't ask Africans if we could be Indians. We did not ask if Africans. Hey, Africans, can we be American Indians, please? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We didn't ask YT. We didn't ask YT people, can we be American Indians? Oh, Mr. YT man, can we be American Indians, please? No, we didn't. Oh, McGraw Hill, can we please be American Indians? No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
You fixed that ceiling yet?
I fixed that. And don't worry about the ceiling. My house is bigger than your two-story mansion in Africa. Worry about my house is bigger than your two-story mansion in Africa, ma'am. There's nothing you can say to me just because y'all had to go to insults and try to berate people when y'all points can't be proven. Y'all appease YT people more than we ever will. Y'all appease YT. Y'all appease YT. Y'all appease YT.
Africans look like aliens.
I said African, quote unquote, African Americans. He didn't say Africans look like aliens because he would have said Yoruba. He would have said Igbo, probably. He could have said any place in Africa that they look like aliens. But he said, nah, African Americans look like aliens. The black people in America look like aliens. So why didn't he say no Yoruba or no Igbo look like an alien?
It's Yoruba. It's not Yoruba. It's Yoruba.
Yoruba, not in your land. How about that?
It is my land. I'm a citizen of the world.
You're not a citizen nowhere.
You ever been outside?
You're a citizen of a corporate.
Walls? You ever been outside?
Have I ever been outside of four walls? I ain't got to be outside four walls that see that you ain't built no walls.
You can't talk on the place you ain't never been to.
I ain't got to step outside my four walls to see that you ain't built no walls. How about that?
That's all y'all can do. Just trash
You
talk. No facts. It's trash
ain't no
talk.
just trash talk because we've been giving y'all facts for the last 5 years.
This is not facts.
Hold on. We've
We've
been giving sources for 5 years straight. Myself, I've been giving sources for 5 years straight. Where have you been? Where are your sources at? It's been 5 years. Why ain't Africans got no sources about why are Africans got no sources about where their families went that supposedly got taken somewhere? Where are y'all sources? What y'all got? Just a slave dungeon? Just a dungeon? You don't know where nobody was dropped off at? Like, hey,
what relevance does that have?
the YT man just showed up, took some people, and y'all have no idea where they went?
But what relevance does that have in my?
Yeah, it has all the relevance. So, because if you're going to say that I came from you some 100 years ago,
you came from man.
If you're going to say I came from your people, they're going to say my ancestors came from your people 100-some years ago. Why do you have no recollection of that? Huh? Why do you have no recollection of that?
You mad at my ancestors? Like I was.
Ain't nobody mad at your ancestors. You don't even know your third.
You mad at my ancestors for what they did to your ancestors?
Ain't nobody. Can you name your third great grandparent?
Yes, I can, but I don't need TikTok.
If
I told you his name, what you gonna do with that information?
What am I gonna do with that?
Yes.
What year were they born? There's nothing you can do. There's nothing I could do. There's nothing you can do.
Y'all on TikTok asking people to give.
Yeah. Because y'all asking us to give our family information. Y'all don't like when the tables are. Y'all said prove that you're from America. Hold on 1 sec. You said prove that we're from America. We're telling you how we're proving it. We're using our families. I'm not talking to you. Obviously, then. Okay, if I'm not talking, then shut down. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna talk because I'm on my panel. I'm on my TikTok live. We're not on the African Queen show. We're on the Dog with Osiris. I'll talk to how long I ever want to.
Talk to yourself then.
I'll talk to myself on my panel. I'm talking to my people. You stuck your nose on my panel, ma'am. You could have stayed in the audience. Yeah, they don't ever want to talk about anything intellectual. They ask us for proof, right? We tell them our proof is our family members, our own kin that we grew up with. Osiris is a Greek name. Thank you very much. Yeah, y'all done caught me on the right day. Y'all caught me on the right day because y'all can't handle when I'm in this bag. Usually I'm just chilling. I just let other people talk. I usually just let other people talk. I might just talk this whole live. What's up?
Fresh cut.
Yeah, I got a fresh cut. What's up? Y'all don't have your own names, and you don't have your own names. You appease YT people. You kiss up the YT people. You told us, Game Change, you told us that the YT people in South Africa treat you better than we did, and they put you through apartheid.
Stop embarrassing us.
They took all your your land. They got 80% of your land, but somehow they treat you better than we could.
Stupid
wow.
Girl. Stop embarrassing us Africans, yeah. I'm a real African, yeah.
Where are you from? What's your ethnicity, Blue?
From Somalia.
You're from Somalia.
Yeah. I believe in FBA. Send them all back to Africa. I need to make them work.
Need them work.
Yeah, bring all them Africans back. Make them work, fam.
Are you an African? Are you from Somalia? Are you in Somalia right now?
Right now, yeah. Send them back. I spoke to the FBA elders. They told me, yeah, bring them all back. I said, say less.
All right, we got Jess. We got Master Monday.
Let me speak to that.
Jess
Where's the South African at? Let me chat to her, bro.
Yeah, so what's your proof that you're indigenous to America?
Shut your
my
mouth,
family.
bro.
Hold on, Lita. Like, hold on. My family is my proof that I'm from America.
I want an intelligent answer. Your family.
My family, yeah, my family. If my family are Indian, what does that make me?
Your family.
How's that not an intelligent?
Don't even let this. Don't even let them mulatto talk.
Lita,
if you hear me talking to somebody, just stay on mute.
Indians from South Asia.
Who?
You said your family. You said your family are Indians.
India was not called India was not called India until 1947. What was it called before that, Jess? Hey, Jess, what was India called that before it was called that?
When did the Black Americans get there?
No, Jess, you ain't going. ain't
the
gonna
one
ask you,
question.
hold on, Bleeder. God damn, you about like relax, yo. I got this. So this ain't where you're gonna berate me with questions. You're gonna answer my questions. Then you're on my panel. This ain't the Just A show because you can take
Yeah,
your
you're
Just
very
A somewhere else.
unintelligent.
Hold on one second. If you don't adhere to my rules, you can take your Just A somewhere else.
You're very unintelligent.
I'm very unintelligent, but can you name 10
Yourself.
Africans that came to America? Can you name
Can you
10
name 10
Africans that
African
came?
countries?
Can I name 10 African countries? Ghana, Nigeria, Niger, Somalia, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Morocco, Libya, Tanzania, Madagascar. You want me to keep going?
Congratulations. Yeah,
Yeah,
keep
can you
going,
do you
sure.
want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
No, I'm not. Because I need you to answer my questions now. So yeah, this is how we gonna play ball here. This is how we gonna play. Are you ready to answer my questions now?
Go ahead.
Can you name 10 Africans that came to the United States during slavery?
You, your ancestors?
Give me a first and last name a ship that they got off of.
There are actually so
Name
many,
a ship
and
that they
there are so many parts.
no, so what this is why we don't listen to the Beans and Toast Babble.
There
Y'all
are
have the worst opinions on the internet.
reports.
Like I'm not about to be berated by no Beans and Toast eater. No French fry, mayonnaise, cheese burrito eaters. I'm not about to be berated like that. Nah. What are they teaching y'all in the UK? Huh? What are they teaching y'all in the UK? About America, at least. I'm not trying to hear that babble. Y'all think y'all so smart because y'all drink tea with y'all pinkies up in there. Y'all not sophisticated like
Can I
that.
ask her something? Can I ask her something?
What? Go ahead, Bleeder. What you got to ask her?
Listen, Just A, you're a mixed South African person. You're not the pure one. You're the whole issue that came and ruined that content. You're part of the problem. Do you understand?
Wait,
you shouldn't be involved in.
something.
You shouldn't be involving yourself in American politics. Respect the FBA. Go away.
FBA, respect the FBA. They don't even respect
Yes, and
themselves
respect
or
the
their
indigenous. Respect that the fact that some Black
They
Americans
don't
are
even
indigenous.
respect their own identity. What's there to
Listen,
respect?
mute for a second. Mute for a second.
What's there
Respect
to
the fact.
respect?
Mute for a second. I said.
What's there to respect? Absolutely
Mute.
not.
She's this girl's rude, bro. Listen, are you not recognizing the fact that some Americans are indigenous to America? They moved west.
America, there's no evidence that supports that.
There is evidence.
That's just a delusional fantasy. Like you're just fabricating.
I think you're just hating.
Right.
I think you're just hating because you're just hating. They're the only successful blacks in the world right now.
They're
You're
absolutely not.
and you're not even a
FBA
pure
is
black
illiterate.
because
Every
the
FBA is illiterate.
ANC are trying to get rid of you guys. The ANC
there's
don't
no
want you in
evidence.
South Africa.
No
You're
evidence
mixed.
supports that, sir.
You're not
Like,
even
if
part
you
of
go-
this discussion.
It doesn't matter.
I'm 100% Somali, Black African. You're
So?
not. You're a mix.
You're not. You're
So
not.
you get out of here. You're a white woman.
You have Middle Eastern.
You gotta say YT
No, I
up here. You
don't.
gotta say
No, I
YT.
don't. Look at my skin. I'm black, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay,
what's your
you're a South
rankings?
African mulatto Tyler people. We only like the Nelson Mandela people then. Okay, you are leaving America. Okay, America's not your home. All right, you're going back to South Africa.
You're actually a
So what tribe are you in South Africa, Jess? What tribe are you from in South Africa?
I'm not South African. You
She needs to at least appreciate the
Wait,
culture.
all right, hold on
before
one
you can
second.
come here and
What
talk.
is your ethnicity, Jess?
I'm Nigerian.
What is you're Nigerian? You're full Nigerian. Are you that Maya chick?
What?
Are you that Maya chick? You've been up here before,
Maya.
haven't you? You changed
Don't
your name or something, didn't you? Yeah, it's another one of you Nigerian Brits that got a similar voice that be trying to come up here trying to troll and stuff like that. Y'all usually up
I'm
here
trolling
after
you.
the
I'm going
Most
niggas
to
come
call
here.
out
Nigerians,
ignorance.
the good,
I'm
most
going
are
to
good.
call
It's
out
just the
ignorance if I
second
see it,
generation
and that's what you
diaspora.
guys do.
You're going to call out immigrants. You got ignorance. Oh, my bad.
Ignorance. Are you hard of hearing?
I
Most Nigerians are good, though. Don't say that.
can't quite hear you. I can't quite hear you.
Yeah, sure you can't.
Very clear. All that beans and toast in your mouth.
Anyway, there's no
can't hear you.
anthropological or archaeological
Yes, there
evidence.
is.
So why are you
to prove
arguing
that
the fact that the indigenous?
Hold on. Yes, there. Yes,
Show
yes,
it
there
then.
is. Lucia, Buenos Aires,
Show it.
Lucia, Buenos Aires. No.
Buenos Aires
What?
in Argentina. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Yeah, in Argentina, and then
Buenos
Lucia,
Aires.
and Lucia. Yeah, Lucia. And
You
there's
hate
books,
yourself.
right?
I bet
There's
you
books.
hate the reflection you see in the mirror. I'm so sure. You look at
Do you see
yourself.
how good? Hold on. Do you see how good I look?
Yeah, but
You
you're
think
never
I hate
claim
this?
you're anti-black.
I could fly your sister out, your older sister out. Stop it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Absolutely,
to American
yes.
Museum.
I can fly.
That's why you listen to American Museum.
I can fly your older sister out. She's never coming back to the UK. Well, so let's
Absolutely
not do that.
She would never look
yes,
at
I
you.
could. Yes, y'all. Yeah,
She would never look at you.
she definitely
She doesn't go
would.
with felons
She
and
definitely.
illiterates.
She's.
Absolutely not.
I'm not a. Pull up. You could. I ain't no felon. So that's how you think about Americans. Just because we don't agree with y'all, y'all think. Hold on. I went to. Hold on, ma'am. I'm in grad school. So yeah, I'm in grad school. So yeah, stop that. We can stop that there. I teach people. I teach math. I teach math for a living. Yeah, that's what I do.
So if you're educated,
I just clocked
you
off.
must believe in
I just clocked out.
You're educated, but you don't use evidence.
Okay, can you show me who and what time period that someone turned into a tadpole, right? Started off as a tadpole, turned into a fish, then turned into an amphibian, then turned into a reptile, then turned into a rodent, then turned into a primate, then turned into a black person, then turned into a YT person. That's the evolution theory. That's the process of evolution. They literally show you videos on this. I can show you. So if you want to have theory talk, what is a theory? Huh? It's a guess. People are guessing based off data they collected to make an assumption about something. That's what, and then scientific theory is an oxymoron if you break that etymology. Science means to know something. Theory is an observation. Hold on.
Oh.
I've ordered it before.
Yeah. Another beans and toast eater she talking to right now.
Licking her ass.
Hold on, one second. You can't cuss up here.
Wait, send a
You
message
wrong
for
conflating thing.
the person, and then
Can you stop? All right, we got new people up here. What's up, unapologetic? How you doing?
Hey, Dave. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Is it David or Darvin?
It's Darvid. It's
Okay,
Darvid.
hey, Darvin. I just be every time I hear Africans speaking on this topic, I just really got the question of what does it mean? Because I mean, what does it mean to you guys? Like, we actually over here doing the work and going back into our families, and you guys say things like y'all crazy or y'all delusional. And even before we started to do the work, we always was told y'all don't know yourself. So we do the work, we go back into our families, we discover the lies and the contradictions in history, and everybody is mad.
I'm trying to perpetuate the negative stereotypes that BLK people have, and it's embarrassing for people that look like you.
Excuse me?
That's
Can you
why.
not say stuff like that? Why are we giving her a mic?
Hold on, no,
Listen.
I want to have a real conversation with her.
Hold on, Indian style. Yeah,
I want to
That's why.
understand what you
That's
just
why
said.
there's no evidence. You guys just fabricate your own fantasy.
There's a lot of evidence. I mean, the evidence is going back in our own lineage. Do you guys think that we're not capable of going back grandmother after grandmother?
This is your name. Hold on, your other account is Mila. I know who you are, yo. I know who that is. But go ahead. Okay, did she get? Yeah, you dropped her.
Oh no, go ahead. Yeah, I didn't drop. I guess she dropped. I was just gonna say the host one.
The other bees and toast.
That's all.
All right, for sure. Yeah, go ahead. Unapologetic. Yeah, you can finish.
And no, I was just saying it's embarrassing for people to do what she doing. You going all out yourself to prove to somebody who they are. That's embarrassing, babe. It's giving you're not happy with your life. It's giving something going on with you that you're not like. Why nobody can focus on what they got going on, their people or where they are, and changing their environment and their situations. Everybody at this time, not everybody, but a lot of people are focusing on the Black American people telling their truth, only proving to us what we already have been discovering. That it took nations of people to go against us, and it took these people to come in and make false history books, teach our children, teach us, and teach the generation before us a lie. It took that. It took them creating movies like The Roots and other movies to brainwash us.
The next person go.
So you Cherokee?
Hold on right quick. It's 108 people in the room. Like, hit the screen, share, follow the host.
For sure, yeah, appreciate that. Just say that's Mila. Like you came in on another account. Think you thought you could slide the beans and toast at the cookout. You brought the beans and toast to the cookout and think we would have noticed. Like really? Yeah, that's Mila. She comes in when natives are usually pop in here. She usually try to slide the beans and toast in the fish and chips while nobody's noticing and stuff at the function and stuff like that. But yeah, I know who that is. But what's up? We got B up here. We got Eob. Eob.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Eob.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, I just thought it was crazy how she's talking about, oh yeah, the stereotypes y'all have is embarrassing for other people that look like you. Like, if people are stereotyping us, for one, we need to analyze that and point out the fact that, you know, they're doing it for a reason. And then two, why would other people's stereotypes affect you? That's what I don't get.
All right. The show. Request back up here, Milo. Jester. Request back up here.
Darby, do you mind if I jump in real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's starting to get too American-ish.
Why?
Go ahead.
I don't understand. One thing I don't understand about that.
You could drop me.
I'm gonna drop you first. I'll bring you back.
Yeah, so one thing I wanted to piggyback off of Unapologetic. I completely concur wholeheartedly that I've never seen a group of people be so upset about something that has absolutely nothing to do with them. I don't understand. I don't get it. And then I really don't get it because it's like people are fighting tooth and nail to destroy what we know to be true. It's like they're trying to keep us in this box that they placed us in, and they're like, no, this is your position, this is the role you're gonna play. And it's similar to me when people start evolving and changing in their personal lives in general, and you have some friends and they're like, oh, you used to be like this, go back to that, and you see that they're really not for you. That's really what all this is showing me. Like I am my heart is so big. I love people in general. And I meant what I just said. I love people in general. But people show me the reasons why I need to leave them alone. And I feel like we're being shown why we need to leave people alone. They don't respect us. They're not hearing us. We're growing and we're evolving. They're not supporting the movement. We need to be with each other and be bigging each other up right now because one, we all need it because it seems like the world is trying to tear us apart. And two, we're going to see who's going to really support us because they're going to get in line. Because at this point, I don't even really want to hear from them no more because ain't nobody got nothing positive to say. And if they do have something positive to say, it's usually dog-eared with but we all need to get, like, we need to be understanding, like, we need to come to the table and be open-armed and all forgiving. Listen, we can forgive in a little bit and once we got our stuff together. It's the disrespect. Y'all all over here in our country doing all this crazy nonsense, taking literally off our lane and then turn around and what she say? Oh, we're embarrassing. No, baby girl, you're embarrassing because again, you're spending your 24 hours a day worried about what somebody else is doing that ain't got nothing to do with you. We're not African. Y'all need to let that go. I land my
what do you think what do you mean by someone is taking? Why can't you go and take out?
Now, me personally,
what did he say?
No, that was just.
I mean,
like,
what is
he heard
someone
everything you
taking?
said. He heard everything you said.
When you say someone is taking, what do you mean?
What you mean? Do y'all even stay at home? Why y'all in every country but your own?
Who?
Taking. This is the way that I look at it. When I say taking, we've had movements going on in our country. I repeat, our country since, man, the early, 1200, 1400. So we've been having conflict with outsiders. All right. So we doing all this work and we fighting the man and we going through all of this. The difference with melanated people look like us is when you come here and you get the opportunities, and this is me, I'm not hating and saying don't come, like don't build a better life. I'm not saying none of that. But when we are being oppressed, or when we are saying, yo, this is a mission for people that look like us here, when in Rome, we have people sitting up on this TikTok internet telling us, oh, y'all basically talking to us like we dogs, like it's YT supremacy talking points all day long coming out of people's mouths that look just like us. That's insane. That's taking. It's disrespectful.
Because it's showing that all skin folk and kin folk, and it's something that they've been doing for a very long time.
No, it's embarrassing when you guys there's so much proof, right, and receipts
People are free to move
that are
anywhere.
clear. The transatlantic slave trade literally took millions of people.
One mic.
History backed by records, DNA studies. Like the transatlantic slave trade is one of the most documented historical events that happened. It was traumatic, and like you guys are literally slapping your ancestors.
Okay, cool. You know how much. You know how many. Hold on, one second. Let me say something. Hold on,
it's a slap in the face. You guys are embarrassing.
All right, 1 second. Hold on. Let me say something. I'm trying to speak. I am trying to speak, and I'm gonna pass it to B because you've been waiting up your patience, right? You know how many numbers they have, how many records they have of Africans in 2025? The research from Harvard, Henry Louis Gates, and David Eltis for the whole transatlantic slave trade, just a bit over 200,000. But yeah, go ahead, B.
To address the prompt, are Africans anti-American and being FBA? I will say yes. From what I've seen, just being online, like I don't know too many Africans in real time. I just know stories that I've heard from people that do interact with them. But even just getting online, like on Twitter, Darvid, I follow you on Twitter, and just seeing how like Black Americans will be minding their business, and then we could be not even discovering something. So I'll put that in air quotes for lack of a better term. But like we could come across something, and I feel like the most recent example is when BOK Americans finally saw representation of BOK Scottish, and we were genuinely like enthused about it, and we were happy to see, like, we know we're everywhere, but we don't really see BOK Scottish people, and who came and decided to stick their foot in the door. And we were all types of stupid. What are they teaching y'all? Y'all didn't know. How did y'all know Brits existed, but y'all didn't know BOK Scottish existed? And it was just a whole lot of like, why can't you just mind your business? Nobody's worried about y'all. Nobody's talking about y'all. Why? This has nothing to do with you. Like, yeah, y'all are all part of the same kingdom, but this has nothing to do with you. And then even going into that, I was going down the rabbit hole of BOK Scottish people, but they are not just doing this to BOK Americans. They're doing this to the people over there in the United Kingdom too, telling them where they're from, how they should be ashamed of themselves because they're not. They don't reside or they don't resonate with Africa. Again, what does that have to do with anybody but other than that person that feels that way? That ain't got nothing.
Yeah, that's not true. That's not true. As someone from the UK,
that still has nothing.
Don't try to
still has
no BOK person in the UK indigenous in the UK.
Don't be disingenuous.
Still has
in the UK.
Hold on, one mic.
And why did you invite me up here?
One mic. I'm about to clear the panel. I'm about to clear. Like y'all starting to get annoying in my ear. Like, relax. One mic at a time. Let people land.
Hey, Darvid.
Yeah, as a member, I am anti-African, Indian.
Hold on, Jess.
For sure. I am anti-FBA and Indian because
hold on. You must people a chance to talk.
Yeah, you're not going to dominate the panel. Yeah, for sure, exactly. I was going to get to that. You ain't going to dominate the stage up here. I know. The UK may kind of boring, so. Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. Do you want to just dominate the stage? You want me to just vent to your knee, Jess? Is that what you want? Answer my question. Hold on, ma'am. I just told you, you can speak. You just can't dominate the stage. I'm allowing you to speak. So you want me?
For 30 seconds.
You're doing it right now. He's talking. You just stay on mute.
Yeah,
how
for
hard
sure.
is it? Man is a trainer. Y'all are ridiculous.
Like is it something? Never mind. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
No, you're
You're
not.
not. Ain't nobody bullying her. Nobody is bullying her. We're just telling her to
Right.
relax and let other people talk.
Why
Okay.
can't
Do
you?
y'all
We're talking
hold on
about
one second?
Africans.
I'm speaking right now.
We're
Who
talking
raised
about
y'all?
Africans.
Do y'all
Good
hold on one
Africans.
sec? Dude, can you stay on mute? This ain't nah. Who raised? Do y'all have social cues? Do y'all have social cues at all? Like, if someone is saying, hey, we're trying to get the panel flowing, we're not going to have just one person dominate the stage. This could be towards anybody if they're dominating the stage and over talking people. She is over talking people.
But why are you
Dude,
giving African Americans?
I'm not, dude. Can you shut up while I'm talking? Golly, where's y'all decorum at? Who raised y'all? Well, do y'all just overtalk people where y'all at? Where y'all from? Can y'all just overtalk people in conversations? Yes, in a social setting. Can you just do that? I don't think so. I
Mr.
don't
Man,
think
you're
so.
also over
Dude,
talking.
dude, bro. I'm
You're
gonna talk
also
however
over
long I
talking.
want. Dude, I'm gonna talk however long I'm out on my panel. This is the Darvin Osiris show. We're not lined up to see you. So people need to learn their roles and shut their mouth. Like, golly. I'll be done if y'all stop cutting me off. Just let me get what I got to say.
Don't get mad.
Okay, Sad. I like ain't nobody. I ain't nobody. I'll be sassy, right? I'll be sassy to get my life under control. Yes, I will. Yes, I
Why do
will.
people say that? Sassy literally means bold. Like, I don't know what they think it means, but it means bold. If you a bold person, if you
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, yeah, folks gonna say, "Oh, you just because I'm laying some things down, like and letting people know this ain't their show." Yep, I'll be sassy. This ain't your show. Go find somewhere else if you don't like what I got to say. Go find somewhere else. Go start your own. But you're not interested enough to start your own because nobody cares about what you're talking about. Oh, but I'm mean when it. Yeah, I was about to say I'm mean when I say stuff like that. But let's tell the truth. Y'all not interested. But yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to say this, bro. It be the audacity. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to say, like, you know, Shorty just kept interrupting. But it's like y'all
Yeah, for
got
sure.
all this voice when y'all come to America, but y'all ain't got that voice at home. Like y'all should be really ashamed of yourself, but I see the reason why y'all do it. First of all, for you to talking about this, I want to address Jeff. What you mean?
First of all,
You're disrespecting your ancestors. Is anybody talking to you, dude?
You about to get dropped, Joe. Like, stop playing.
For me.
You have what, like an Australian kind of British accent? Where you from?
No, it's just a British accent. It's just London. I grew up in London. But yeah, did you ask me why
where you
my
from?
ancestors wouldn't be proud?
Where you from?
My ethnicity is Nigerian. I grew up in London.
You grew up in London, right? Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna even respect you. Beans and toast.
I don't
Y'all
care.
really still, hold on.
I don't need
Y'all
your
really
respect.
still on
I
mushy
genuinely
peas.
don't
Look,
care.
Mute up.
I
sweetheart.
genuinely
You
don't
do
care.
not want to go there.
Why are you saying you don't
Hey, mute
respect
her
me
up. I'm
because
not
I
a mod
care?
on this page because I ain't got time for
As
that.
if I care.
All right.
Y'all still
all right,
eating,
let her land.
y'all is literally still eating military rations. I'm gonna need you to get it together. Cause how dare you? First of all, I don't mess with people like you. We have been in WAR with people like you. So you want to express to the whole world how y'all been talking about us, right? Behind our back. Y'all jealous. While y'all sitting up here trying to, hold on, let me finish. While y'all sitting up here trying to portray, you know, like the old ancient Europe, right? The showing white people how they had to wear heels because, you know, caca is on their feet and, you know what I'm saying? They had all types of diseases because they wasn't washing their body. Why y'all not saying it's y'all? Y'all were the melanated ones, wasn't it? That was y'all. So I'm just saying, your pheromones, right? Your pH balance ain't got nothing on the original melanated American woman. We walk around smelling like bubbles and Skittles. while you run around smelling like bush meat. Let's keep that 100. You can't even fix your own crib, right? Don't y'all date a lot of white tea recessive people? Y'all really need to leave us alone. Go fix up British, right? Because we don't want this, my lords. Ain't that how y'all talk? Ain't that how y'all talk, right? Huh?
That just sounded like
Ain't
I
that
heard
how
a
y'all
speech
talk?
from a
Huh?
whitey woman in the
Call me
1800s.
this. Oh yeah.
That just
Y'all
sounds like a
accent ain't
whitey
even
woman
cute.
speaking in the
Don't nobody like
1800s.
y'all. Oh, now you
That
offended.
sounded like the
Mute up.
woman
I'm
that
not
caused
done.
trouble in
Mute up. I'm
Rosewood.
not done.
That sounded
Mute up.
like the
I'm not
whitey woman from
done.
Rosewood. That
Mute up,
caused
Yeah,
the
Jess.
chaos in
hold
See
on.
how
Rosewood.
Let her
offended she got?
land. Yeah, let
Mute
her
up,
land.
Jess.
Yeah, people will talk less if you don't cut them off.
It's crazy. Wait. Who is talking to you?
That
Oh
sounded
my
like a
gosh, dude.
speech from a whitey woman in the 1800s.
Hold on, dude. Like, y'all have any decorum? I'm not gonna keep asking. I'm really not.
That's what lets you know that they really ignorant in real life. I could tell that there's some people that ain't got no melanin, no neuromelanin in their brain. The fact that you over here trying to tell us what to do and who ancestors we are disrespecting, first of all, we ain't you. You ain't us. We could not ever be like y'all. Y'all too disrespectful. Y'all just still want to conquer these lands, and you won't. You gonna reap what you sow. Y'all were the ancient British, right? That was digging up our ancestors, consuming them.
Jesus Christ.
You still, oh yeah, it hurts, don't it? For us to tell y'all secrets.
No, you've just
Y'all
said
were the
nothing
melanated
progressive or
people,
productive.
the dark, ugly, with the ugly accent, digging up our ancestors. Why you trying to bring up it's the white tees? Because it looked like that's all in your
Wait,
bloodline.
did you just say
Girl, you covered up
D-A-R-K and
that
ugly?
forehead. You covered up
Did you
that
just say
forehead like you're not Yakub, shorty.
Did you just
You
say
are Yakub's
D-A-R-K
descent.
and
Keep it
ugly in
100.
one sentence? Did you say
Mute up, mute up.
Did you say
Mute up.
D-A-R-K?
She heard what I said,
You don't even like
and it
what
triggered
you
her.
are. You don't even like what
Do
you
y'all
look
see
like.
this? It's okay,
You
OG.
don't
All right,
even
hold
like
on.
what you look
Mute
like.
her, bro.
One mic. We got. Hold on. One second. I was about to say.
I'm about to mute.
Yeah,
I'm
hold
about
on.
to be done, bro. I'm about to be done.
Yeah. 1 second. Yeah, because we got other new people.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that, y'all. Peep how she got mad and wanted to get off her mute because I exposed that it was those melanated British people who was digging up our ancestors, consuming them like they still do today. The white tea people come from y'all. Fuck you mean?
Made zero sense.
Lots of fruits in the chat, y'all.
People will be okay people indigenous to
Hold on.
Britain. So that just shows how misinformed and uneducated you are.
All right,
That's
for
why.
sure. All right.
Um,
Yeah, we're
and then you
misinformed.
just
Yeah,
said-
we're misinformed.
you
We got
just said
past them.
D-R-A-
We're misinformed, but we got to pass the
D-A-R-K.
mic around. Yeah, we got to pass the mic around.
I ain't saying nothing
Am I
yet.
going to respond or not?
Go ahead,
I'll
hurry
give you a
up.
chance.
I
My
give
God.
30.
All right,
Okay.
go ahead. Give her
No, go ahead,
make
Dominic.
it quick. Yeah, make it quick.
Okay.
Golly, because people want to talk.
You literally just say D-R-R-K and ugly in the same sentence, and that's literally who you are. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, you saying that just tells me that when you look at the mirror, you're ashamed of what you see. You're ashamed to see your skin. You're ashamed of everything you are, which is embarrassing.
Hold on. I'm weak.
Can I
One
finish
second.
talking?
Hey, ma'am.
tired of this
I'm gonna interject. I'm gonna interject when I want to. Who is y'all? Like, face. Yeah, I was about to say. She said, "I'm weak." Yo, men are weak. How about that? Your daddy's weak. How about hello? If you migrated to another country, your daddy weak. I'll land it there.
My
Go ahead.
daddy's actually
Yes.
whitey and my mum's be okay, but okay.
No, it's
When you deny
That definitely makes sense. It tracks. It's tracking.
You got the
It's
you have
globalization.
whitey. I knew it, yo. It all
I mean,
checks
at
out.
least my
She's half
parents had
whitey, y'all.
consensual sex.
I told
At
you.
least it was consensual. The whitey in your DNA was not consensual.
Oh, the YT or
That's
DNA is
supposed
not.
to be
Hold on,
a
let's see.
because I think we know that, sis.
Yeah, all you know
wasn't.
is hold on 1 second.
People are free to
One
move.
second. How did YT people do all this stuff when most of them didn't get here till the late 1800s, early 1900s? How they do all this stuff?
No, they didn't. They got there in the
Yeah,
1400s.
have you ever heard? They didn't get there in the 14. They wasn't. Hold on. 1 second.
When did
Dude,
Christopher Columbus
can
get
you
to the
be
States?
quiet? The States?
When did
tell me when
Christopher Columbus
hold
get
on,
to
when did
America? Tell me that.
when he gets no, you asked me when he got to the States. When did he get to the States?
America. We call America the States. Jesus Christ.
He didn't touch foot in the States.
Oh, America. Come on, man. Stop being
Is that that UK
disingenuous.
education?
No,
Is
stop
that
being
that UK
disingenuous.
education?
One
That's that
little
UK
thing.
education showing. Yeah.
Right.
It's like she be
Go ahead, OG.
interrupting people to say a
Okay.
whole lot of
Anyway, I
nothing.
didn't even respond.
Hold on, because I wanted to go back to something that
When
you
you
said.
look, like
Hold
your
on
ancestors are
real quick,
literally rolling.
man. Okay, like you
Won't
just
even let me
hold
talk.
up, bro. Hold up, bro. Cause you just keep talking about our ancestors. Y'all were slaves, this and that. Okay, we get that. Okay, like you're gonna.
Because I keep repeating this.
Like,
Mute up.
I'll just put it up. I'll just put it on Showtime. You think that I can't do that? I'll just put it on Showtime if you don't want to mute. So why don't you just mute so we don't have to put it on Showtime? Okay, cool. Well, I'll put myself on Showtime. Give myself 1 minute, really, really fast. Okay, are you gonna stay muted? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So, all I wanted to say was, you said earlier, well, your culture is embarrassing, and it embarrasses the other people in the world that look like you. But what about Africa? Like, I don't like, and I'm not even gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna point out nothing specific, but there is worse and more denigrating things that Africans do on a daily than what we do. And it's crazy because y'all are talking about it's degenerate and stuff like that, but Africans follow it and they take part in our culture. But what I find crazy is that y'all only like to look at the bad. Y'all don't like to look at anything that y'all benefit from today, like refrigerators and toilets and I mean anything that we've invented. So y'all, like, why is it that you I'm not even gonna say y'all, I'm gonna say you specifically like to point out only the bad and say that it's degenerate culture, but Africa has way worse degenerate culture that I could point out, but I'm not going to because you already know what I'm talking about.
That's interesting, and it seems embarrassing that your communities are the most impoverished in your so-called first world America.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. I said, why is it that you're pointing out what's like saying that our stuff is degenerate, but y'all do worse things? No, and I'm gonna ask her again and answer the question. Why do you want me to point out what y'all do that's degenerate?
If you want, and then I can go as well. Only if I can say what you do that's degenerate too. Let's make it fair.
No,
okay,
you've been saying.
I could just start off with Africans cosplaying what you would call our gang culture, quote unquote. I could start off and just show you a video of Africans acting like us. So would
Go
that
ahead.
be?
Go ahead.
So would that be degenerate? No, I'm asking you. Would that be degenerate? Okay, I will. Cool.
Go ahead.
Let me go in the house.
And then I'll respond after I see the video.
All right, for sure. All right, we got new people. Hold on, we got new people. We got Soul. We got yeah. Go ahead, Soul. Where you from? What's your ethnicity? Well, let me see the Colombian flag. Soul, you there?
He got to unmute. There you go.
I guess not. Oh, go ahead, Soul. What's up? What's your thoughts on the prompt?
Oh, are Africans anti-African? Nah. I don't think they anti-American. They just who they is, and they just gotta realize that. That's it.
All right, for sure. All right, next person.
What's going on, man?
Is it Kate? What's up, Baba? All right.
He Kate's.
Hey, Katie. All right, for sure. Where are you from? What's your ethnicity?
I'm from Detroit, Michigan, United States.
United States. What's your ethnicity?
I'm bad. My ethnicity is I'm black. You know, of course. What's the question though? What's
are Africans anti-American Indians / FBA?
G milled up.
Hold on. Say it one more time.
Are Africans anti-American / American Indians / FBA?
Some of them are, right? Some Africans will hate the skin you walk in, but other Africans will love even being around you. You know what I'm saying? If that answers the question, I can go deeper on it, of course.
Yeah. You go a bit deeper here.
I mean,
Maybe we'll
I know
answer the
you got a lot.
Baba.
I know you got a lot going on, so I ain't trying to take up the damn panel or whatever.
For sure. For sure. If you want to land it there, that's fine. All right, Baba. All right, Baba, where you from? What's your ethnicity?
What's going on, man? I'm African.
Where are you from?
From where? Yeah, from where?
My bad. My folks is they're Sierra Leonean, Senegalese, Guinea, and they're Mandingos. But I grew up over here in DC. I'm first generation here in DC.
Yeah, I hear the accent for sure. All right.
Yeah, man.
What's your thoughts on the prompt?
The question.
Yeah, you can answer the question.
Can you ask it to me?
Are Africans anti-American Indian / FBA?
Anti-American Indian / FBA. I would say this I don't know if American Indian and FBA is synonymous, but as I've been looking at this FBA thing recently, and I would say that not even Black Americans that don't consider themselves FBA are not, with that the concept of delineating yourself from, the land. So but I've matured in my thinking about it, and in my opinion, I actually feel as though it should happen. It's just a part of nature. It should happen. Africa is used to. I mean, we just in general we used to the people just delineating themselves from us. Latinos have done it. Asians have done it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has done it. It wouldn't be nothing new. Marcus Garvey even said something about not all Black people will have the same feeling in their heart about, our roots. So it wouldn't make sense for everybody to, feel the same way. So I do feel like, it's a thing that should happen because it's a part of nature. You should show. Everyone's heart should show, like what you stand on. What you
Mama side.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, first time.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah,
what you stand on should show. You know what I mean? It pretty much just be looked at as like a tribe. A new tribe, and showing their their views. As far as reparations go, I believe they should get reparations that they deserve if they feel like, you know what I mean. My only thing is, when we look at Africa and Sierra Leone, even especially Sierra Leone, we got a capital. The capital is Freetown. I don't know if a lot of people know. In the span of 200 years, Africans was going back and forth. It wasn't like a life-term sentence that you was doing slavery. It was almost like a prison sentence. So you would finish out your sentence, whether it be in South America and the Caribbeans, and you'd be sent back, Carolinas, and you'd be sent back. This is where the Gullah Geechees and all them was formed. Seminoles and all that was formed. You have the Seminole Wars. You have the Gullah Geechee Wars. This is all a product of that. And you have a people in Sierra Leone called the Creole people, and they basically, their predecessors are from America. Like they literally, their names are American names. Just like there's a country right next to Sierra Leone in Freetown called Liberia. Liberia stands for Liber, which also means free. And even the Gambia coast. So that whole coast, that whole region slaves was coming back and forth for like 200 years. I don't know if a lot of people know this information. So they are African people in the land that have predecessors that are in Americas and in the Caribbean and South America. But like I said, if there are people that feel as though they want to delineate themselves from African lineage or African heritage or whatever, by all means do that. You know, expose what what you feel.
All right, for sure. All right, we got?
Right.
What's up, first time?
Me.
Hold on.
It's me.
Wait a
I'm the
minute.
next.
Hold on 1 second. First time was up here before you, yeah? Go ahead, first time. Where you from? What's your name?
Yeah, brother. I'm coming out of Columbia, South Carolina, man. Cherokee on my mom's side, Muskogee on my pop's side. The brother, the African brother, what he just did right now, he mixed a whole lot of dope up. And that's the problem right now, man. You know, this whole African thing. First of all, let me say this because I'm in South Carolina and my people are from Hilton Head, Beaufort, the Gullah area. So this whole thing about the Gullah being from West Africa is just totally nonsense, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing African about the Gullah. And there's actually a sister. Hey, listen. Let me speak. Let me speak right now because I'll address you in due time. But anyway, there's a sister. I don't think she's quote unquote what you want to call a FBA or quote unquote Black American, but she just did something I think last night within the last 24 hours, and she was talking about the whole Gullah, and there's more information about that. But I would just bring her up, and you can probably just go on YouTube, and anybody can probably just go in there, and you can find her information. And she put out some very interesting information. However, I'm from down here, so none of that information is new to me. But I just wanted to say that to the people who are on the panel or the people who are listening. Now let's get to what we're talking about when we're dealing with America here. There's no question about it that we are the original copper-colored people here. Can anybody name another group of people on the planet that have more inventions, creations, and overall cultural global impact that's comparable to what we've done in this world? Nope. No, you can't. You can't name an Asian. You can't name a European. You can't name an African. You can't name a Latino, Hispanic, or Caribbean. No one on the planet has done what we have been able to done or do. And so to sit here and to question us about who we are, everybody in the world knows who we are. There's no question about who we are. Nobody thinks that we are Africans outside of people who want us to be a generic African so they can feel like they can big brother us and give us a noogie every now and then. But they don't realize that we are the masters of the universe. This is the old world. We have more pyramids than any other place on the planet. Africa is not even in the question on it. We have, all of our crops and everything, all of this, you telling me about people coming bringing okra over here from West Africa and rice. Do anybody even know about, the rice that we were growing down here in South Carolina, man? Yes, it's called the Carolina Gold. That Carolina Gold, we already had rice. Why would you bring, first of all, this is for the sister, Jess, and it's more of a rhetorical because I know you don't have an answer for it. But let me ask you this question here. Why would you leave a place like Europe and travel thousands of miles, risking shipwreck, all type of diseases and everything, to bring some foreign Africans over to a place that people were already thriving and we were already the master agriculturalists here? We were already growing maize. We were already growing cotton. We were already growing squash, beans, and everything else. We were already dealing with the beaver trades. We were already dealing with the fur trades and all of that. We had paved roads and all of that. We had plumbing. We were the first to do aquifers. We was the first to do aquifers, plumbing. The sister brought up talking about using toilets. Are you people stupid? Are you stupid? Everything comes from America. Particularly the quote-unquote Black American or the American Indian. Let's stop playing games. There's nothing nobody has brought to the table more than what we have. Nobody have moved the world forward when it comes to technology and modern futuristic shit more than the quote-unquote the Black American or the American Indian.
We've been there, that.
I'm sorry, brother, if I use some language that's probably not permissible, but I just wanted to say that. And I want to mute my mic right now, brother. I'm sorry.
All right, for sure. Yeah, shout out to the Geechee. I'm part Geechee. I got folks in Orangeburg and Clarendon. They're Geechee mixed.
Man, that's right down the street from me.
Jazz.
Shout out to you, brother.
Jazz.
Yeah.
Jazz.
He right though.
Jazz.
He was nothing that was wrong.
Can I talk now?
You? Oh no, it's my turn. It's my turn. Jazz.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm
Albert.
finna teach you a little. Thank you, Jazz. I'm Black America. I'm born in 1961.
Wait, it's funny how literally four people have spoken to me and no one's
There are
given me a
new
chance to
people
reply.
It's my
Four
turn.
people have spoken
One
to
second,
me.
one second, one second.
You shouldn't have ran your mouth.
Jess.
You're not gonna
Hold on,
disrespect
Jess.
no other melanated God on this panel. I don't care. You can take that to the face.
All right, one second. Yeah, if there's new people on the panel, let them speak. But go ahead, Albie.
Now, I'm going to show you a little history, my history. I'm Black America. My mother's Black, my father's Black. Ain't no mixing that. My grandfather's Black, my grandmother's Black. Ain't no mixing that. I got 9 kids Black. They mama's Black, they mother's Black. You understand that? I have had a lot of family reunions. I done had the Wilsons, the Lees, the Jacksons come to my family reunion. I have never had the Matubus, the Chahahas, and the Dubes come to my fucking family reunion, lady. So here we go. If I'm African, what's African about that? And I can't be proud to be who I am. Let me tell you something. We have fought for everybody right. Everybody, you, the Mexicans, everybody to do and talk crazy to us. And now we all band together and say, hey, it's our turn. No, we're tired of this. So it was okay for me to fight for you for free, right? It's okay for me, y'all, to come over here and go to school and open up shops. You see, if y'all doing that and saying we the same enemy, and then we fight the bad guys, and then y'all claim we the bad guys because you want to be nice to the white man. It ain't us, it's them. And then you double talk me, white tea, and then you double talk me talking about we got the same enemy. How is this possible, lady? You phony, you fake. I'm gonna be what I want to be. I don't need your permission. I don't need your teaching. I don't need none of that because I'm American. And guess what? I'm Black America. And that comes with 2 things. The American, I'm a winner. I win a lot of awards. I win a lot of gold medals. I win a lot of championships. The Black, I'm arrogant as fuck. I got swag. I don't play.
Oh, we gotta watch the costume too.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't play.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got swag. I'm arrogant as hell. And I always want my lick back. And payback don't have a date on it. So when after the election, we don't have no friends. We don't have no allies, lady. Who you think you talking to? The Mexicans ain't our allies. You ain't our allies. And then y'all got the people that's against us got the nerve to try to teach us? What makes sense in that, lady?
For sure. Now you can respond. You can respond now, Jess. There you go.
Congratulations for having swag. Congratulations for having rhythm. Like none of that puts you anywhere powerful. Anyway, your ancestors were literally chained, whipped, and dragged like onto ship.
Oh, you can't say. Oh, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Don't say that D word up here. What you trying to get my lie? What you trying to get my lie taken out or something?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, you, Jess. You're saying trigger words. D-R. You can't say D-R-U-G.
Okay,
Hello?
I didn't
That's
know
a trigger
that.
word, man.
Okay, I didn't know that. They were taken, right? They were everything was taken from them and their African identity.
Tell us what our ancestors.
Can I talk?
So, wait a minute. What a minute. What about the 60s?
Let her land, y'all. Let her land. Let her
He's
land.
literally letting me talk. Stay on mute.
Yeah, we just
Your
let her land, y'all.
ancestors
It's all right.
fought through. Your ancestors fought through 400 years of slavery, Jim Crow, just to keep blackness alive. Imagine how ashamed they would be to see their descendants spitting on the very identity they died to preserve. Literally,
You gotta say unalive.
Okay.
Sorry, they unalived to
You can't keep saying these trigger
preserve
words.
their identity.
Man,
They,
here's
your
something about this
ancestors,
chick. She ain't
dreamed
right, bro.
of freedom.
Let me, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. And
all right, this is what we gonna do. First sweep of the night, baby. First sweep of the night. Gotta keep the opposition up here. That's why she's still up here. She's literally the only opposition. Hold on. All right. Look. Request back up. Request back up. Hold on. So let her. Yeah. Oh, gee. All right. Where you at, Mala? Request up, Mala.
Yeah, I don't think this person talked either.
Yeah, this Baba spoke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Baba spoke. There's a lot of people in the request. It's a lot of people in the request. Jeez. Somebody gonna have to rock, paper, scissors or something.
Yeah, after she finishes talking, can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead. Finish. Go ahead and finish, Mila.
Your ancestors fought through 400 years of slavery and Jim Crow just to keep BLKness alive. Like, imagine how ashamed they would be to see their descendants spitting on their very identity that they were unalive to preserve. They literally dreamed of freedom. They didn't dream of their descendants throwing their BLKness away to claim that they're indigenous, to claim that they're FBA. Like,
so
to erase who you are is to erase them and what they built for you. That is betrayal. Like, your ancestors. No one in. I haven't finished. The Black Panthers, right? The Black Panthers stood 10 toes down of being African. Marcus Garvey stood 10 toes down on being African, right? Malcolm X stood 10 toes down on being African. All these activists are going to be so ashamed of the people you've become today.
Well.
Like, it's honestly so embarrassing. And then in the Jim Crow era, right? Because African countries were getting their independence, the Ghanaian president at the time, Kwame Nkrumah, literally, Malcolm X traveled to Ghana to speak to him, to help you fight for your civil rights and Jim Crow, because they were inspired how African countries were getting their independence from colonialism. And he went for inspiration. Malcolm X went to Ghana, spoke with Kwame Nkrumah to get you, to literally get you rights to stop segregation, to literally make you have freedom. And you guys are spitting in your ass.
Okay, for sure. What Malcolm? I'm gonna let you know what Malcolm. Okay, for sure. Malcolm X. After Malcolm X went to Africa, he talked about how the politicians were corrupt in Africa. How corrupt the politics were in Africa.
Look, politics is corrupt everywhere.
Hold on, one
Politics
second.
is corrupt
Yeah,
everywhere.
he said how they. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Since we're speaking about Marcus Garvey worked with YT supremacists like Walter Plecker, Ernest S. Cox, stuff like talking bad about Black Americans because W.B. Du Bois in the beginning and people like Booker T. Washington, they weren't with the Back to Africa movement. Nobody. And then we can bring up Paul Cuffey. Paul Cuffey, when they first wanted to bring that Back to Africa movement, they went to a church. They went to a church with a bunch of people. They were like, okay. They was like, raise your hand if you want to go back to Africa. This is during the American Colonization Society when it was first started.
Right.
They're like, raise your hand if you want to go to Liberia. Nobody said nothing. And then they said, say something if you want to stay in America. The whole crowd went off. The whole crowd.
Hey, Darvin,
they were like, one second. I'm still, I'm not lying. I'll show you the letter right now. The host is lying back. Hold on 1 second. Paul Cuffey's letter. Yeah, Paul Cuffey's letter to what's his name? Letter to not James Madison. No. Yeah, part 3 to Fortin. Yeah, I got y'all. James Fortin. Yeah, I'm about to read these paragraphs to y'all. I'm about to read the paragraphs to y'all. This is Fortin's letter to Paul Cuffey. One of the most active and prominent of the colonization was free black people shipping from Massachusetts named Paul Cuffey. He was a Quaker during that time. I'm about to go to where the paragraph, right? On January 15, 1807, Fortin and other black leaders called a meeting in Bethel to discuss the American Colonization Society and the idea of colonization. Almost 3,000 black men packed the church. 3 prominent black ministers, Richard Allen, Absalom Jones, and John Gloucester, spoke in favor of immigrating to Africa. However, when Fortin called for those favors to say yeah, not a single voice was heard. How many people were in there? Over 3,000 people were in there. Not a single voice was heard. When he called for those opposed one tremendous no rain, and that seemed as it would bring down the walls of the building. They got real happy when they say, all right, do you want to stay in America? They had no recollection of going to Africa or knowing anybody in Africa. Since you want to talk about Jim Crow, my grandmother and my grandfather, on my paternal side, were alive during Jim Crow. They were adults during Jim Crow.
Absolutely.
They knew nothing. Hold on 1 second. They knew nothing about Africa. They never said they came from Africa, none of that. And they went through Jim Crow with racist YT people. My grandmother was a private nurse during the Jim Crow era. My grandfather was a WW2 veteran that became a janitor. No, 1 second, because I'm not done.
Go ahead.
Because we got different people up here. So you want to talk about where people are from and what was going on during these eras? Nobody wanted to go to the American Colonization Society. Only a few people went. You know how many times they tried to get black people to go to Africa in America and nobody budged? Literally nobody budged.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Except a few people that wanted to help the Colonization Society and evangelize Africa. Because the United States one section of West Africa, and now you get evangelization. I have cousins that went to Liberia. One of my cousins was literally the president of the Maryland Colonization Society. So, with that being said, is plenty of our ancestors did not want to go to Africa. Booker T. Washington didn't want to go to Africa. He also said that the American Negro has more Indian blood that was quantified. Frederick Douglass talks about how the native land of America of Black Americans is America. MLK.
Sounds like a whole bunch
we
of
talk
delusion.
exiled in our own land, and we're coming for our check because America's our land. That's the reparations right there that MLK was talking about.
Are you done with your fabricated delusion?
I showed a source. Are you going to show one?
Are you done with your fabricated
Show me a
delusion?
source. Show me a source.
Absolutely.
Show me a source from the 1800s of a vast majority of black people wanting to go back to Africa in the 1800s.
Yeah, absolutely. Just give me 2 seconds. Anyway,
Yeah.
People did want to return.
Show it.
We have a source
source
Americans during the Jim Crow era were poor, landless, and politically restricted.
Okay. On top of that,
how were they supposed to fund mass migration back to Africa?
Speaking of Jim Crow era, right?
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali. Hold on,
They were
Muhammad
poor,
Ali.
landless, and
Hold on,
politically restricted.
one sec. We had our own land. We had our own lands and stuff. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Muhammad Ali, right? When he came back from winning his gold medal in his hometown, he went to a restaurant. YT people didn't want to serve him. And then after a while, there's some Africans that come in the restaurant with their African attire. They did not speak any English, and they were served by the YT people. Africans were served before an Olympic gold medalist in his hometown.
Can I go?
Muhammad Ali was a new representation of the average African American. Like, he was not average Black American in America in the 60s and 70s. Okay, so like, let's get that out the way. He was not the average person.
So that's besides the point. He wasn't exactly. He wasn't the average person in America, and he still got an African. He was wealthy, yes, and Africans got served before him. They didn't speak a lick of English. They were in the African attire. This man came home to his hometown where he was born with a gold medal, serving this country in the Olympics.
Because they knew he was an Indian and they knew they were Africans. That's all that was.
What's this obsession with claiming other people's identities?
Well, could I say this to her real quick? Could I say,
Yeah, we gonna pass. Yeah, you can go, OG.
People appropriate your
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say.
One second. Hold on, y'all gotta hold on. One mic. Hold on, one mic.
Hold on.
Don't want mute.
Because all you're doing is no matter what anybody shows, all you're going to do is say you're delusional. You don't know what you're talking about. So if we're delusional and we don't know what we're talking about, why would you stay somewhere where people are delusional and you disagree with them?
I'm actually in England, not America.
I'm saying, why would you stay on the panel if we're delusional and we don't know what we're talking about? Like we've already heard you say that about 5 times now. So what is the point?
Because I despise
I already know. She's over here she over here using words, trying to do spell work on people, and it's not working. Like y'all need to come up with new tactics. Telling us that we're not something that we are is not going to change us from being who we are. So it seems like what I've noticed. And I'm gonna just keep muting you. So it don't matter. Well, like what I've noticed is y'all are the ones with the identity crisis. Y'all are the ones who are not prideful. Y'all are the ones who do not like yourselves, because if you were any of that, you wouldn't have to keep trying to tell somebody who they are. You would just be who you are and let us be. If we're delusional, just let us be delusional. Why would you keep staying here telling people that they're delusional as if that's going to change anything? You need to get it together. I literally do not know what's wrong with you people. Like people like you that come up here, and no matter what we show, you're just going to say that we don't know what we're talking about. We're delusional. We know you have an agenda to push. But it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work over here. There's too much information out, and our minds are too strong. We are never going back.
For sure. I gotta answer. If they're not getting paid for this, I'm not gonna lie. If they're not getting paid for this, I'm not gonna lie.
Also embracing other people's history.
One sec. If folks are getting paid for this, I think they get off to this stuff.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. I think they get off to this stuff. Y'all get some type of some what's that? Serotonin? What's it called? Pheromones, whatever it's called. Y'all get some type of
serotonin or something.
Y'all get some serotonin release off of this. It's either that, or the men in the UK are so boring that you want to come talk to us. That's all. You don't want to talk to no UK people. You want to come talk to us. You ain't got to be weird to kick. You ain't got to be just. You ain't got to be weird. Just you ain't got to be weird to kick. Hold on. I'll get to you, Vacant. I will get to you, Vacant. I will get to you. Just please. Yeah, God. Yeah. And the goddess is before you. We're gonna get the goddess after I say this. Y'all, you ain't got to be weird to kick it. If you just want to come chop it up with us, you can come chop it up. At least you can come on my panel and chop it up as long as you cool. Y'all, you ain't got to go out your way to be facetious and stuff like that. If you want to just kick it with us, just say you want to kick it with us. Like, why y'all trying to be weird and make friends? Try to weird yourselves into a friendship. Hello? Like, why are you trying to weird your way into a friendship, man? Well, go ahead, goddess.
Can I just? Are you talking about me or me?
Goddess Garden.
The crab. Okay, so it says Africans anti-American in the FBA. Very, very anti. Even though she's in England and she has some white tea in her blood, but she still has the African in her as well. I believe this is the problem. Eating all that bean on toast issues. I don't know, the information is like affecting their brains or something. And it's like everything that she says is pointless. She doesn't have any receipts, any type of proof. And she's trying to come for like scholars. I mean, and You know, just like Uchi America was saying, it doesn't matter, you know, what they try to say, how much they try to say that we Africans, how much they try to say that we're delusional. That's just telling us basically that we're winning. That's just telling us that they know who we are and they're just so mad because they just can't be us. You know, we are just the greatest. And like, you know, Muhammad Ali, he was the greatest. You know, just look at all the different Olympic gold medals that man have brought to America. Back in the 60s, he was speaking what was on his mind. That's what separates us from them, you know. You know, we just those people that spoke what's on our mind. You know, we got the power. We don't let nothing hold us back. We fall down, we get back up. Something that they can't do. They can't compete. You know, they just like leeches, just like the BLOD want to attach to us, but yet don't like us. But at the end of the day, you know, we're going to keep on pushing it. We're going to keep on doing what we're doing. No matter what they say, they try to come up here. They try to belittle us. They just say blah, 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 blah. Just like she's trying to tell us about Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey, for one thing, he was Haitian. Another thing, he was an Haitian. He was a sellout. He was a barbecue for dinner. They digested him and swallowed him. The heck with it. You know, at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. You know, we are those peoples. You know, I'm a proud Indian, like most of us on this panel, okay? And, you know, we can prove who we are, but yet none of y'all could come up on the panel. None of y'all can get on the big screen and show no types of proof. You had 1-2 seconds, and you didn't even have somebody put you in that big screen, Jess. So right there, I want to be long-winded. Other people is waiting. But yes, I do believe they all are very, very anti. And they anti because they jealous of us, because they can't have our greatness.
All right, for sure. All right, go ahead, Bacon.
All right, so I'm gonna read it. Are Africans anti-American?
Hold on, where you from? What's your ethnicity, first of all? Where you from? What's your ethnicity, yeah?
I'm Somali.
All right, cool. What you got for the problem, yeah?
Are Africans anti-American, Indian / FBA? So I was just pretty much trying to say that I don't got a problem with anybody trying to be whatever they are. If you guys want to claim that, that's fine.
We ain't trying to be nothing.
All I'm saying is I'm just confused. Every 2 or 3 years, you guys like reclassify yourself. 1 minute you're Indian, next minute you're Egyptian.
Hold on. What were we 2 years ago?
It's just a whole bunch of nonsense. I don't know what you guys want to be, but you know
that was claiming that. Name somebody. Name 10 people that was.
Like the thing is,
hold on, one second.
One
second. Name 10 people that claimed to be Egyptian 2 years ago.
Well, yeah, there's so many people on TikTok.
Name 10 people.
Young Pharaoh.
There's
Young Pharaoh. There's a guy named Tiftat. There's another guy named Jerome 300. You can all look this up on TikTok. There's these people that are.
All right, name seven more people.
I mean, do I have to go look at TikTok and look at their names? I mean, I know who they are, but I don't know the user handles. I'm not going to remember all that, but all I'm saying is I don't know why you guys are so obsessed. All of y'all talk all this stuff to Africans, but are scared of white tees.
All this stuff. We're scared of white tees. Are you in Somalia right now, Becky?
You absolutely are scared.
Are you in Somalia right now? We're scared of white. I run down white. I came on the internet talking about YT people. I came on the internet YT people coming here and get the business. Whenever they come in here trying to troll, be racist. Yeah, YT people. I tell YT people, they're not. I tell YT people they're not from America. I tell YT people they're not from America. I tell YT people they ain't built nothing over here. Yeah, I tell YT people because they're immigrants from Ellis Island. I tell YT people that. I can show you me telling the YT people that. Yeah, y'all scared of YT people. Y'all ain't got no smoke for YT people. None.
Yeah, that's funny. Because they didn't even see you as human until the 1800s.
One second. We always been fighting YT people. We ain't civil wars y'all had with YT people?
Oh, we smoked them in Black Hawk Down. We
And
won.
we ain't signed no treaties either.
We ain't signed nothing.
Right. Yeah, nah.
Signed no treaties.
How many WARs y'all faced with YT people?
Now y'all want to be all friends with YT saying what this our land and all this.
Name 10 YT. Name 10 wars you have with YT people. I bet you I could. Anglo-Politan. Hold on. Hey, hold on 1 second. Anglo-Politan War. The war in 1812. The revolution. 1 second. 1 second. I'm not done talking. The Revolutionary War. The Civil War. Like, come on, we can keep going. All these territorial wars.
I can name a few as well. There was the anti-apartheid struggle.
First of all, be quiet, Jess.
There was the
I just said it so I
anti-apartheid
could drop
struggle.
down,
There
Darvin.
was the decolonization
Girl, be
movement.
quiet.
Jess, you're a third world
Environmental and resource
Hold on, girl, be
justice,
quiet.
which is still going on
Darvin,
today.
I can't mute her because I'm not a model in this place.
Jess, you're a third world fault.
Let me say this real quick.
And you're still in third world poverty.
Basically, girl, all you doing is
You're in
all
third world poverty.
Hold
That
on.
must be
Y'all gotta relax. Y'all gotta relax.
He
Y'all
called
gotta
me a
relax.
third world.
She keep interrupting people,
that
bro.
he's in
Like,
first
Oh,
world
yeah,
poverty.
y'all. All right. This what we gonna do. I'm not about to keep clearing the panel. Y'all gonna have some decorum up here. We ain't in nobody else's country. Ain't none of my family members in nobody else's country but America. Why you when the stage is clear, I don't care who's on the panel. I don't care who. You could be my mama on the panel. You'll still get dropped. I don't care who's on the panel. If people are being too belligerent on my panel, I'll clear the whole panel. Oh. Because that's how my lie goes. Y'all get too loud in my ear, I drop you. It's that simple. Talking about some master. Come back up here. Y'all, but you're in the YT man's country. What, like we all say. Y'all be saying, why you flee to a YT man's country?
I came in when I was a kid, dude.
So why are you still in the YT man's country?
Why are you here? It's not your land.
It is my land. Prove that I'm not from here. Prove that I'm not from here. Prove it. Name 10 Africans that came to the United States during slavery.
This is Native American land. Y'all not the natives. Y'all pretendians. Y'all lost.
Name 10 Africans that came to the United States during slavery. I bet you can't answer that. I bet you.
All of
No,
you.
they don't have any original talking
Great
They're
grandparents.
regurgitating.
Name 10 of them. First and last name. Give me 10 Africans that came to the United States. First and last name.
Do you know your lineage? Do you know your lineage?
Yeah.
Actually,
I can go back 800 years. We actually know our tribe.
There were actually a few.
I know my culture.
You said you can go back 800 years. Name your ancestors from 800 years ago. What year were they born?
You can't name an American.
What year were they born?
Is this guy really serious?
From 800 years ago, man.
Name an ancestor from 800 years ago.
The surname?
Yeah,
Every African person's surname?
We're not BLK.
Name an ancestor. Hold on 1 second. Name an African ancestor of yours from 800 years ago, and what year were they born?
Every African person's surname is an ancestor from years ago because the name.
You don't understand that, Jess. You don't understand that. You don't understand that.
I'm not asking you that.
Name yours.
I'm asking you to name an ancestor from 800 years ago.
His name is Samaron.
Why can't
you don't even have your original surname?
You said Samar. What year was he born?
What year was he born? That's a tree, dude. That's where he started from.
What year was he born?
Oh my God.
What year was he born?
Well, that's like what?
You ain't got a date for your ancestor? You said 800. You can't do math. 800 years ago. What year was he born?
Can I say something?
This is what I'm
One second.
You're just going around in circles.
I'm not going around. I'm not going around. I'm not going around those circles.
Ancestor from
One second. I'm not going around in those circles. Why can't y'all answer no questions? Why don't you know the year that your ancestors was born 800 years ago?
Listen, I know Master done screwed that guy's head up.
Man, why can't you name an African from 800 years ago with their date of birth?
Like I said, our surname literally proves that our surname, because our surname backdates to our very existence.
Two Africans ain't gonna talk at the same. Two Africans ain't gonna talk at the same time.
Your name is Smith.
Two Africans.
I'm telling you.
Two Africans. I will drop one of you. Shut the fuck up.
Massa.
Do y'all hear me loud? Do you hear me loud and clear? Shut the fuck up. Now, both y'all not gonna talk to me at the same time. Stay in your place.
Yeah,
now, as I would, what? I'll put a shut up before I put a leash.
Shut your bitch ass nigga.
You ain't got no bass in your voice. I'll put a leash on you. You ain't got no bass in your voice. I'll put a leash on you. Stop it.
That's funny to you, girl.
Yes.
I'm gonna wake up.
Yes. I better did. Right. Gotta be a child. Like, you ain't got no bass in your voice, yo. Man up. Get some bass in your voice. Maybe hold on. Talk like you got some conviction. And like you got an Adam's apple or something.
Can I
come on, dude.
Can I say something to get off the
go ahead.
So we can have like a real, you know what I mean? So we can have a real conversation.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
I just had some thoughts, right? Because I didn't, as I grew up and matured and got out the, streets of DC, you know what I mean? Started to take care of my mind and everything like that. I came across a lot of information, and like I said before, like I'm all for FBA doing what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't you shouldn't call yourself African. If you feel like that's not in your heart, don't call yourself African. You know what I'm saying?
Come up here, Ash.
But what I'm gonna say is right. Black people nowhere. It was never a time where Black people didn't fight. Whether if it was in Africa, whether if it was in America, whether if it was in South America, the Europeans like to do this thing where they want to say 400 years or 300 years. It's like they want to blank out 400 years and make it as if we Black people in America were just subservient. You know what I'm saying? Just slaves and nothing was going on, which is false. But I just want to bring this thought out there so we can shift, shift the energy.
Yeah, for sure.
I like to speak on this more unifying, more, you know what I mean? But anyway, there's a tribe in right there by India called the Andaman Islands, right?
Yeah.
It's an uncontacted tribe. They was uncontacted for about 60,000 years. Still to this day, about 80% of that land is uncontacted. Only about 10% of that land is contacted by the Indian government. They got the documentary on YouTube right now. Anybody could go see it. Seminole people, right? The Andaman Islands. And, the tribe there's a couple tribes over there, but the one that they ran into was the Jarwa tribe. So, they asked them, what's your, because they saw how they look. They look like the Twa pygmies, like short African, real nappy head. They look like they from West Africa, Angola, for real. So they asked them, like, where y'all from? Through tradition and oral tradition, they still told the people that, well, we came from Africa. They basically said, we came from Africa.
They said that themselves.
Yeah, they like I said, that 5% of that tribe that actually allowed the Indian government to come in, some of them started to go to school, so they were now able to translate the Jarwa language to the Indian language. And the only translation left was to translate Indian language into English. which was pretty much easy to do in this day and age. So just like the Aboriginal Australians, but I'm gonna get to them too. The same way they got the Aboriginal Australians that now have went into school and they able to speak English and are able to transfer the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, that they have. Same thing happened with them. But you know, y'all could go fact check it yourselves. It's out there. They pretty much said that they from Africa, but they left. They've been uncontacted on that island, the Andaman Islands, right next to India, for 60,000 years, right? And that's what they said. So moving along, Australia, just I just
Aboriginals
want
are
to
not
think
African.
about.
Aboriginals are not African.
I just want. All right, cool.
Originals are natives.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they're literally not African.
Can
Like,
y'all?
the genetic makeup is different. Like, it's not the same as Africans.
You people have a hefty hush.
Why don't you
Hush.
Why don't you
one mic.
hush? It's not even your time.
I got
Just go ahead.
one. Hold on, one mic. Let him in.
All right, Jess. I feel what you're saying. I get it. But moving along to the Aboriginal Australians, right? They said they've been over there in the Papua New Guineas. It's a documentary of them too, for them too. Y'all could, everything's the same. Y'all could go fact check yourselves. They pretty much said that they left where they migrated over there 70,000 plus years ago. It was something like 72 or 75,000 years ago, right? Papua New Guinea, Australia. And they pretty much said, obviously, they're going to ask them, like, well, where did y'all migrate from? They said, in translation from their language, they said the mother. And when they translated that, they talking about Africa, because they showed the region through the map. It's like where, and they pretty much said they came from Africa 72 something years ago, 70,000 plus years ago. So
everything is hearsay. Everything is hearsay.
So all right, so it's in the documentaries. That's what they saying. I'm talking about.
There's people from Papua New Guinea that said they came from South America.
They have 70,000 years of what?
So what I'm saying is,
I don't know.
My point I'm driving to is, if a people who, mind you, like I said, you could say, you can feel however you want to feel. You can say that you're indigenous.
I mean, I can feel. Hold on. It's not about. I'm telling you, I've talked to Aboriginals, Australians myself. I didn't need to see no documentary. I've talked to people from Papua New Guinea myself. I ain't need to talk to nobody. Watch no documentary to say they. I know Aboriginal Australians that say they ain't come from no Africa.
I'm just giving you the information that was presented to me.
I went to the source myself. I don't need no secondary source. I'll go to the primary.
I'm just all right, cool, but I'm just giving you the information that was presented to me, bro. I feel what you're saying. You might have got some information that was presented to you. And
other people.
So from my perspective, you have an island right there by India, basically saying they left Africa 60,000 years ago. And according to that documentary, whether if it's, whatever, you know what I mean? They are saying in that documentary, through their griots, that they left Africa 70,000 plus years ago.
Oh, if a foreigner put that out, I don't believe it.
I mean,
I don't believe it. Because people can
translate
anything into what people can translate anything to anything they want to.
I might not. Okay, let's say we don't believe it, but that's what was said in that documentary.
Yeah,
so,
somebody else said it. They ain't saying it.
Nah, let's say I don't believe it, you don't believe it, you know what I mean? Whatever. But that's what was said in that documentary. I can't say it, you know what I mean? But that's what was said in that documentary.
I don't believe it, man. Yeah, that's what they said. They could translate something into anything, and they.
Cool. Let's say, all right, cool. Let's say we don't believe it, but that's what they saying to themselves. That's what they said. Let's say we don't believe it. Let's say we don't believe it. Let's say
I'd rather talk to the people myself. I'd rather hear from them myself.
That's fine.
I'd rather hear from them myself because I've talked to. I've talked to
fine,
Pacific
but what I'm
Islanders.
telling you is,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Hold on one
that's the
second.
information it was
That was given.
presented.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, you watched the documentary. Cool. I don't want to hear nothing unless it comes from the people's mouths. Myself, I don't believe nothing until I believe it's from the people's mouths themselves.
All right, that's fine. I get where you come from. You made a point.
The Pacific Island, but yeah, we got more people up here. What's up, Lou? What's up, Lou?
Yeah,
what's up, Copper?
The point I was driving to was
to your point. Make sure you let everybody know what we said too. The same way.
For sure.
But the other party, host, how did you drop the whole panel? What was up with that? Did you
got it. And when he gets to one second. What does he ask me a question?
I just want to
hold on. You can let that. I'll be quick. I just want to answer the question real quick, and you can have it, bro. Like, you gotta click when it gets too rowdy on the panel. I will clear the panel. Like people talking over each other is more. You gotta go to each one. Yeah, you can do it all at once. Yeah, you gotta go to guest and then click that X on the top right. Okay. Thank you, Halo.
Thanks.
All right, for sure. Go ahead, Bob. You can finish.
Most definitely. I'm about to finish quick. So, in my perspective, when I saw that, I'm talking about this is what was presented to me. I don't know nothing about Aboriginal Australians. I never met them. You say you have. I never have personally. You know what I'm saying? So you may be more credible on that aspect. But I'm just saying, basically, the documentary that I seen, it was Aboriginal Australians actually saying that. So through my lens, if I put that together, I said, okay, as a group saying that they left Africa 60,000 years ago, that's a long, long time. And then you got another group talking about they left 72,000 years ago. That's a long. That's Europeans don't do history on that time frame. So when we look at the Americas, right? According to their educational system that they are propagating to the masses.
It's not an education; it's indoctrination system.
Right.
Oh wow!
They're pretty much saying.
I wonder when they teach me indoctrination system.
They pretty much saying that. They pretty much saying that. The oldest civilizations over here was the Aztecs, the Incans, the Olmecs, and the Americas. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, if that's the case, if it would. In my point of view, I don't want no response until I'm done, but I would see if it would make more sense if people were going and pretty much saying that you have ties to the Incans, the Olmecs, the Old Mexicans.
Do you believe the Olmecs come from Africa?
No. That's a whole nother topic. But
I'm asking you. Do you believe that they come from Africa?
I would love to answer that question.
I'm gonna get down to.
I'm gonna love to answer that question.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be. Folks are waiting. I'm not trying to be like. Folks are waiting.
Saying, all right, so
landed.
They basically saying. I'm gonna definitely answer that question in what I'm saying. They basically saying the oldest civilizations in the Americas, Aztecs, Incans, Mayans, and Olmecs. Olmecs being the oldest, right? They say Olmecs is the oldest. That's dealing with the pre-Columbians, the pre-Columbian civilization. When you look at the dates that they're given, it's only about 4,000 years to 5,000 years old.
All right, that's what you wanted to say. No, they're not. They're not.
For the oldest,
I'll land it right there. The Mayan civilization that they did archaeology in the 1800s, the late 1800s. The Mayan civilization, the Mayans went into the Mississippi Delta region 40,000 years ago. They found bones in Florida that according to people. The Kansas City Journal in 1898. 1898. You're not going to find this in no public school in America. In 1898, They did archaeology in Mexico, stating that the Mayans went into the Mississippi Delta 40,000 years ago. Now they just found bones. They found human skulls, right, in Florida that are like 50,000 years old. So since civilization and Mayan civilization, because language, right? American languages are the oldest languages in the world. That's culture.
Say that again.
You got the American language families are the oldest languages in the world.
Okay, what language?
Algonquin. You got Algonquin. You got Haudenosaunee. You got Siouan. You got Arawak. You got Muskogee. These are language families found here in America. And we have the most language families in America. The most.
That language.
You said
I can speak Algonquin. Yes, I can.
Yeah, sure you can.
Yeah, each keeps Pataka Mitabukampokoak. Yeah, we done.
Well, so if you hush your mouth, you can hear he just spoke it.
You learned it and wrote it down. Repeat.
Well, I think those infected people
One second. What is hold on? What is wrong with y'all? What is like? I'm honestly asking now. What is wrong with y'all? Can one person stay on mute? Huh? Can one person stay on mute? Or do I have to treat y'all like high schoolers? Because that's my day job. Do you want me to treat y'all like high schoolers?
Most definitely. It's your panel, big guy. You hear me? So what basically I agree with you. I agree with you, you know what I'm saying? But basically what I'm saying is, according to the school system and the indoctrination, they basically, in the books that they giving out and in textbooks, they basically gave us dates of these civilizations, is what I'm getting to. And they pretty much said the oldest civilization is the Olmec civilization. And they pretty much gave us dates on that civilization. I'm just going on based on information.
All right, for sure. All right, I'm gonna pass it to Copper. She's been waiting. Go ahead, Copper.
Most definitely.
I'm trying to get in the house to my computer.
All right, for sure. Got you.
I'll go next.
They so angry. They call it like, ain't nobody angry. No, nobody's angry. Folks are I get overstimulated. So I'm not. Yeah, for sure. Who else is up here? Oh, what's up? Ani and Weir.
Hi, I just want to come up here to address these two young ladies on the panel because they love to interact and interfere and overtalk with people. I'm not doing it today. So I have a question. What do you know about American history since you are from the UK, Miss Jess, and the other one, I'm gonna just call you Miss Liberia because I can't see your name. What do they teach you about American history in your countries?
So the transatlantic slave trade is actually very taught globally. It's something that is very widely taught in schools. It's taught in Africa, it's taught in the UK, it's taught even in Korea, China, everywhere in the world, okay? That's a fact. Anyone can be educated on something. You just need to read about it and be able to find credible sources. And to know how to look for credible sources and not have any biases, you need to be educated to learn how to see that, right? Anyone can learn maths. You just need to look maths up and learn it, calculation. The same way for studying, you need to read books and educate yourself.
All right, for sure. All right, yeah, let's show some sources there. What they for sure. I was about to say I'm tired. I'm losing patience. We gonna cut to the chase. All right, we got slavevoyages.org. Yeah, this is stuff about, since we want to talk about the transatlantic slave trade and stuff like that. I'm gonna show y'all slavevoyages.org. Yeah, we done talking. I'm done talking about this. Yeah, so we gonna find people. We gonna find these projects, right? We gonna look at these voyages and stuff like that. We're gonna look at the enslaved people, captive background, Africans, and things like that. We gonna look at these numbers via slave voyages because this is actually a database, right? We're dealing with the transatlantic slave trade. How did they didn't change it. I gotta remember how I found the African origins thing, right? Characteristics, purchased by numbers, this and that, percentage by women, captive background, itinerary. Yeah, we're gonna do captive background, African, right? Now, how did I do this? Places where folks embarked, dates, voyage duration, nations. No, it's not that. Hold on. Where the vessel depart, where the vessel landed. Yep. Where the vessel ended. Please select mainland North America. Trying to see. You can sleep in the car and snore. Yeah, because y'all get real quiet. Y'all don't want to stick around when it's actually time to source up. When it's actually time to source, I gotta remember how I tweaked it because they tweaked the goddamn thing. Transatlantic, the voyages, the enslaved people. Oh yeah, they got these people by name. 90,000. 90,000 in mainland North America, right? They say, right? We going you see that 90,000 right here. These are people with names and their gender and their height and their weight. These are people that are documented coming to America's 90,000. 90,000. Yeah. But if we go individuals enslaved name, itinerary, where the disembarkment was, let's look at mainland. What? Okay, we selected mainland North America. Let's see how much they show in mainland North America. 15,000? 15,000 in mainland North America. And this includes Boston, Annapolis, York River, Bermuda 100, Charleston, another place in South Carolina that's unspecified, Savannah, and New Orleans. 15,000 people? Wow. Yeah, 15,000 people. It's time. It's time we stop playing around with history. 15,000 typo, but you got the point. You ain't get no point. Let's talk about what Harvard's talking about since they picked up the database, the slave voyages database in 2025. What is Harvard saying in 2025? What is Harvard saying in 2025? April 17th, 2025. Publicly accessible digital tools compiled 4 decades. This ain't 4 years of scholarship, it's 4 decades. What's 4 decades? What's 4 times 10?
40 years.
40. That's 40 years. Or more than 30,000 voyages and 200,000 people.
And y'all
Gosh.
still claim to be Africans.
Slave Voyager site. It also cites Henry Louis Gates, who's a professor that works on slave voyages. Hold on, Tyron. Today, it's a database housed at Rice University that features information on more than 30,000 voyages, slaving vessels that traversed the transatlantic slave trade between the 16th and 19th century. Also documented are details of nearly 221,000 individuals involved in the transatlantic trade, including captains and humans that were on the ships. Humans, this is for the whole trade. They said transatlantic. That's not just the US, it's all the Americas. It's all the Americas. Come on now. Yeah, there go David Elton's right here. He said only 1% came recently. He was recently on interviews saying that only 1% of the Africans came to the US. Hello?
That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah.
And,
You know more.
You have misread it.
I didn't misread. I didn't misread nothing.
No, you have misread it.
I misread nothing. I misread nothing.
Vessels, not 30,000 people. Dumb.
Can you read? When did I say 30,000 people?
Did he just call you a dumb?
When? Hold on,
We
C3.
can go there.
Yeah, when did?
We can go there.
Hold on, 1 second. I got it. When did I say anybody on the panel or in the chat? When did I say 30,000 people? Drop a 1 if you heard me say 30,000 people.
30,000 vessels. How many people do you think are on one vessel?
200,000 people is right here. Do you want me to read the next
one
paragraph?
Vessel.
Oh,
That's
brother.
one vessel.
Oh, bro, 1 second. I'm gonna read this paragraph slowly for the people. Today is multi-source database, currently housed at Rice University, features information on more than 30,000 slave vessels that traversed the Atlantic between the 16th and 19th century. Also documented are details on nearly 221,000 individuals. Does the class know what individuals are? Including involved with the transatlantic trade, including ship captains and the humans that were on the ships. Is that UK education? Because I think, didn't I read that? Drop a 1 if you heard me read this paragraph.
Americans are literally known for bad education.
Yeah, but you can't read.
He's a school
apparently.
teacher, ma'am. So you're arguing with a school teacher.
Yeah, no. Misinformation.
Let's break this down. Let's break this down word by word, right? So let's highlight keywords. Multi-source database, Rice University. That's one. Information. 30,000 slaving vessels. What's another one? Traversed. What does traverse mean? They traveled. Atlantic, 16th and 19th century. Nearly, that's another keyword. 221,000, that's another keyword. Individuals, that's another keyword. Transatlantic slave trade, more keywords, including ship captains, these are keywords. Humans, keywords. Traffics, another keyword. So if we put all these keywords together, what is the paragraph saying?
Yes.
Give me that website.
The Harvard Gazette.
No, you're not. You're not.
The Harvard Gazette. Gazette.
GPU.
The Harvard Gazette.
And what's the topic of the article?
Oh.
What's the title?
Oh, let's go back. Let's go back to keywords. Slave trade database. Keyword slave trade. Another keyword database. Another word keyword moving. Harvard is another keyword. So yeah, I guess I can. I taught English at 1.2.
That's nice. I've pulled it up.
I taught English at 1.2. So let's look at the keywords. Publicly is a keyword. Accessible is a keyword. Digital tool is a keyword. Compiles, keyword. 4 decades, keyword. Scholarship, keyword. On 30,000 voyages, keyword. 200,000 people, keyword.
Over time.
Keywords. Keywords. Overtime keywords. So, yeah, I'm giving an English lesson apparently today.
Because the English speaker can't even read English.
I'm going to read the whole page myself, which a lot of you don't do. You just rely on this guy to speak. I'm going to read the whole page.
Go ahead, get back to us. Because if you know anything about reading, you don't need to read the. Hold on. 1 second. If you know anything about reading, you don't have to read the whole thing to figure out what it's talking about.
You have to read the whole thing. You don't have to read the whole thing. To read the whole thing,
you know most information has fluff in it.
Cannot pick and choose.
Most information has fluff in it.
Oh, you're scared.
This is. I'm not scared of nothing.
Because it's going to prove you wrong.
You don't need to read the whole. All right, go ahead. It's not going to prove me wrong. Let's look at the next paragraph.
I'm going to read the whole thing and actually.
Let's look at the next paragraph. Because guess what? It didn't take me long, right? Since you need to read the whole thing, what is the article talking about? This is the first sentence. Let's break down the first sentence. Publicly accessible digital tools compiles 4 decades of scholarship on more than 30,000 voyages and 200,000 people. This first paragraph, slave voyages, a groundbreaking tool for data on history's largest slave trades, is getting a new home. So this is a background of where slave voyages is going. It's giving you information that slave voyages is going to Harvard, right? Words of the projects of the upcoming move was shared recently by Henry Louis Gates. They'll give you information about Henry Louis Gates in this next paragraph. It doesn't take long to figure that out. Slave voyages. So it's telling you about slave voyages in the 4 decades of scholarship that slave voyages has taken on. That's what the second paragraph is saying. I mean, the third paragraph. The fourth paragraph. Oh my gosh! Can you?
Slave voyages was the result of nearly.
Yeah. Can you be quiet, ma'am? Can you be quiet?
Do you have any self-control? Stay muted while he's talking.
Yeah, I'm still reading.
You don't even know.
Let's break down the key words. Let's go paragraph. Let's go paragraph by paragraph and let's read the key words. Slave voyages, that's a key word. Groundbreaking tool, another key word. Data, another key word. History, largest slave trade. Keyword, new home. Keywords. Let's highlight the keywords. Upcoming move, that's a keyword. Henry Louis Gates, that's another keyword. Alphonse Fletcher University professor, another keyword. They give you background about Henry Louis Gates. Director of the Hutchins Center for African American Research. These are more keywords. So it's giving you more background on Henry Louis Gates. This is a direct quote from Henry Louis Gates in this next paragraph. I'm pleased to tell you that today, slave voyages, keyword, with all of his database keyword, will live in perpetuity. Perpetuity, that's another keyword. Here at Harvard University, keyword. Let's highlight these words. Gates announced at a conference. So they're telling you where he announced it at. Now going to this third paragraph, like I stated, Slave Voyages is telling you about the 4 decades of scholarly contributions. Now to go back to the main paragraph of the article, it's telling you, it's making a reference to the main paragraph of the article. In this paragraph right here, is making a reference. So this is a reference paragraph. Oh, buddy. Now, going to this 5th paragraph, today is a multi-source database, which I already broke down. I'm not going to break that down again. The project's website launched at Emory University. So it's telling you where slave voyages started at. And it goes into details of what they put down, a time-lapse animation track for each individual voyage of the trade, a pair of 18th century French slaving ships. It's also telling you about the 18th century with Haiti, both bound to present day Haiti, and they've been recreated with a 3D video based on surviving drawings. Wow. Slave voyages expanded to the Hutchins, so it's giving you a history and a background about slave voyages in these next 2 paragraphs. In these next 2 paragraphs, it's just telling you about slave voyages. I don't even got to read the whole first. You can just read the first sentence of a paragraph. It's going to tell you what it's talking about. Literally. Whew. Now, education is central of this mission of the initiatives by Sarah Leck, the vice provost for special projects and the leader of HL's Slave Voyages database. So they're going to build upon that with Harvard students to track the records of people that were enslaved and brought here. They're telling you that Harvard is co-funding the project with the Hutchins Center. The initiative can help amplify the knowledge and bring more clarity, visibility, empower scholars and students worldwide, while also reaffirming their commitment to truth. So Harvard is collaborating with the Hutchins Center to make sure that they bring the most accurate information to the slave trade. Now, I don't need to read this. It's a conference held at the Hutchins Center from April 3rd to 5th. The conference, they wanted to bring generations of scholars together who are dedicated to bringing clarity to the slave trade. Over 3 days, there's just a bunch of fluff in the rest of this article. They're not talking about nothing. They're saying, "Oh, we're
Read
gonna."
the rest of it.
I'm about
I
to.
see what you
I'm
skipped
reading
because
it
I've
now.
read the whole article. I've literally just read out to the end.
What did I skip?
Can
What did
I
I
ask you
skip?
something real quick, Darby? Have you
One
ever
second.
heard of
Hold on.
slavevoyages.com before he pulled it up?
I just showed her that. I just showed her that.
You never knew
I
about
just showed her
that.
that.
She's trying to tell you that you
heard of
don't know
it.
how to comprehend what you're reading.
She
Oh,
never
yeah,
heard of it.
one
When I
sec-
asked her about
one
the
second.
slave
One second. Hold on. I'm gonna.
she's scared. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna finish this. Hold on one second. I'm gonna finish this whole. I'm gonna finish this whole article. It's talking about a conference. The conference is talking about how they want to bring scholars together to make sure that the things is credible about the slave trade. So now, over a 3-day session span, where a wide range of topics suggesting that the global scope of the slave trade, the conference kicked off with a panel of David Reich, genetic impacts of the slave trade, David Reich, someone in the medical school of Harvard, and Keziah Bark at
Big
Broad
screen me,
Institute.
please. Big screen me.
Hold on, what do you got to say? What did I miss?
Big screen me. This is your own source, by the way. This is your own. This is your own source.
You
Okay?
can wait until the host is
Hold on one second.
Wait, no. This is your own
Hold on one
source.
second.
Okay?
Hold on one second. Yeah, one second. I literally read that. Literally read
Yeah,
that.
this is your own source. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You missed this bit out. You missed this bit that I've just highlighted.
Hold on one second. The conference. Hold on. Let me read that again. Let's highlight keywords. This conference brings together generations. Keyword conference brings together generations of scholars who are dedicated their lives to unearthing centuries of data to help us understand in detail with the nuance of the contours of the slave trade, a quantifiable, brutal trade in human beings that span oceans and continents while devastating millions of lives.
Yeah,
right.
millions of lives.
Said Gates. Right.
Millions
but let's
of
go
lives,
back to the.
said Gates.
But let's go back. This is why reading comprehension is important. Let's go back to the main paragraph. Publicly accessible digital tools compiles 4 decades of scholarship on more than 30 voyages, 30,000. One second. We're going back to the main paragraph because it's not talking about millions of people. The point of the article is about the scholarship of 40 decades. 1 second, shorty. 1 second. 1 second. Shut up. You don't start respect till I start talking like you something else.
You're the one that has no comprehension skills because
dude, this is at the they said impacted millions of lives, right? If it says
speaking about scholars, right?
One sec. I'm not done. I'm not done, shorty. I'm not done. You said so. Yeah, let's use context clues, right? Millions of lives, right? While devastating millions of lives. Does devastating millions of lives include slaves? Does it have to include slaves? Yes or no?
Devastating millions of lives.
Does it have to include slaves?
No, I'm not saying that it's substantial evidence,
You said millions of lives, right? So let's go back.
Brush it off just to fit your narrative.
Let's go back to the 5th paragraph. Let's go back to the 5th paragraph and let's read this again. Today, its multi-source data set, currently housed at Rice University, features information on more than 30,000 slave vessels that traversed the Atlantic in the 16th and 19th century. Also documented. What's that word right here? Documented.
Information on
documented. Let's look at what does documented mean?
Have recorded.
Documented. Are details on nearly 221,000 individuals. So they're trying to hold on. If we go back to what Henry Louis Gates said, right? And this thing right here, they're saying they're trying to find out. They're trying to find the information or trying to find how the slave trade impacted millions of people. But in the 5th paragraph, right, they're telling you they only have records of 221,000 individuals. They're still looking.
That those scholars have. They said scholars with
40 decades.
Ooh, Can I
No,
talk?
no, no,
Scholars of
no,
their
because
institution.
I'm not done. No,
Records. That
no,
doesn't mean
no,
it's
no,
only
no,
one
no.
set.
You can't talk. You
Doesn't
can't.
mean
Wait
it's
till
only
he
one
You
that
finish,
exists.
you
man.
can't talk because I'm not done.
It's so
Wait till
gullible
he
to believe
finish.
you.
Close your
can't
mouth.
talk. You can't talk.
Doesn't mean it's the only
Wait
one.
till he finish.
You can't.
Then
You
can
can't
go.
talk.
Up, bro.
I just showed you slave
Pigeon
voyages.
fed.
Yeah, let me go. Yeah, let me
Please
show you
mute up
slave
until he
voyages again.
done.
Yeah, let me show you slave voyages again. The African origins of people that came to the United States or mainland North America, 15,000. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
I could have stopped. I could have stopped. I could have.
Someone just invited me.
I could have stopped there. I could have.
My microphone. What was
I
it?
don't care. I don't care. I don't care. This is not their life. It's mine. I don't care.
You sent me an invitation.
Could you mute up until he's
You
done?
invited yourself. You requested in mine. I'm not here at the Just a Mila show. Mila, I'm not Mila's boyfriend. I'm not Mila's puppet. I'm not Mila's pet.
Yeah, your misinformation to the masses.
My misinformation.
Followers are
I'm not
gullible.
No, I ain't spreading no misinformation. Cause show me where they have records of it.
They don't even understand.
Show me
They
where.
didn't even read that article.
Show me where they have millions of records of Africans in that article. Show me where it says they have records of millions of Africans in that article.
It's only talking about the slaves that came to the
You gonna let me respond, or you just?
Where does it say? Where does it say in the article that they have records of millions of Africans?
It's not going to say that because they're not the only institution that keep documents. It's impossible.
Ma'am,
for
it's
scholars
talking
working
about
for
people
one
in the
institution
United States.
to record.
It's not talking about as the Americas.
Can
as
you?
a whole.
Hello? Can Jesus Christ? You guys are so disrespectful.
Ma'am, the article is talking about the U.S.
Oh, you like getting disrespected, huh? Because you're still up here.
Followers lack comprehension skills, right?
You must like getting disrespected because you're still up here.
A glutton for punishment.
Yeah, you got a masochism fetish or something?
No, you guys are just embarrassing. Anyway,
we're embarrassing, but you're still here. What are you still here for?
Your followers are gullible, right? And none of them.
Yeah, you gullible. You just as gullible as them then.
If you just let me
watch your mouth, shorty. Hey, shorty. That don't mean just because I'm talking to her, don't mean everybody come off their mic. That don't mean everybody come off their mic.
I'm gonna say is Africans do not need.
I'm not done talking.
They don't need.
I'm not done talking. I'm not
Your
done talking.
followers just think only 20,000 Africans.
My bad, Darby. I didn't. My mic, my side went out.
They literally think it was only.
No, you good.
It was only 200.
Like shorty.
It really isn't.
Shorty. I'm not done talking. Hey, shorty. I'm not done talking.
Information. Go ahead.
Didn't I tell you I'm not done talking?
Yeah, I said keep talking. Keep spreading misinformation.
Didn't I tell you I'm not done talking? I don't need your back talk. Go talk to your men like that. Don't keep back talking me.
Stop it before he's sweet.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, I was about to say, you don't talk. If you ain't talking to your musty men like that, don't talk to me like that. I ain't cuss at you now. Well, I did. I actually did. I ain't gonna lie. And guess what? She shut right up when I said it too. Her and that African dude shut right up when I said it too. I'm not going to talk to you like that again. I ain't mute you because I told you the STFU. You and that African dude were on mute for like y'all are on mute for like 30 seconds. I didn't even mute y'all. Y'all are on mute for like 30 seconds. I said STFU, both of y'all. Y'all were clutching y'all pearls. Yeah, I feel great about that on TikTok.
He's sweet.
Yeah, I feel great. I feel great about that. I feel great about that on TikTok. Yes, I do. I'm not muting you. My mods are muting you. So guess what? Yep, I feel great about it on TikTok. One second. Because I don't feel challenged. I feel great. I feel great. You show us source of millions of Africans coming over here. Blah blah blah. Nah, blah blah blah. Guess what? We gonna sweep, and I'm gonna finish reading the article without interruption. How about that? Since she's saying I got this, and that, I'm not swaying nobody or nothing. We gonna read it for herself. Millions, because y'all like to find one paragraph out the article that try to fit y'all narrative. You heard me go through the whole article. Oh, you get to this one article and there's one sentence right here. Yeah, this is how people try to play. This is how people try to play, right? The conference brings together who are dedicated to lives to unearthing centuries of data to help us understand the detail with the nuance of the contours of the slave trade, a quantifiable, brutal trade in human beings that span oceans and continents, oceans and continents. Oh, brother, oceans and continents, oceans and continents. Oh, where did the slave? Oh, let's go to slavevoyages.org again. Let's go back to slavevoyages.org. Oh, what? You mean people went to mainland North America, the Caribbean, Brazil, and Africa, and also Europe. The transatlantic slave trade did not go one way. Oh, so when we're talking about millions of people, and I just named like 4 continents, right? I just named like 4 continents. Do 4 continents have millions of people? Yes, they do. Oceans and continents. While devastating millions of lives, and there's 4 different continents. Oh. Let's go back to slavevoyages.org. You got African origins right here. Right? Right. You got African origins right here. It's 4 different 3 different continents. What is the point you're trying to make here? I'm reading the article. The millions of lives came from different continents, not just America, not just Africa. Over 3, like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. A final address what? No way. So they're talking about millions. Let's go to the next paragraphs. Oh, let's go to the next paragraphs, right? Let's go to a final panel address the Southwest Pacific trade. So they're not only they talking about the transatlantic slave trade, they're talking about the Southwest Pacific trade. And guess what? Going back to this paragraph where she's trying to cook me on or do a gotcha on. What does it say? A quantifiably brutal trade in human beings that span oceans and continents. And if we go down like 2 paragraphs, they're addressing the Southwest Pacific trade. Oh, my goodness. Oh, this is what happens when you read. This is what happens when you read. Woo! All right, who am I bringing back? Context clues. I know they taught y'all context clues in school. I know they taught y'all context clues in school.
Yeah, that woman don't know how to read. She thought she had a gotcha moment.
I can read. If I don't know, I can read. And I know how to read and break down things.
Yeah, it would be worrying if you didn't know how to read at your age, so you don't get a pat on the back for knowing how to read.
No, because I can read efficient. There's a difference. Anybody can read some stuff and not comprehend it. I can comprehend.
Absolutely.
Hold on, I can
agree.
comprehend.
And
I can
FBA
comprehend.
have shown
Hold on, I can comprehend what I can mention. Yeah, I can comprehend because they talked about in that same paragraph you tried to do the gotcha with me with. It talked about oceans and continents, plural. There's more than 2 continents. Millions of lives span across more than 1 continent. So like 1 to 4 continents were affected by this trade. 1 to 4, and then they go down to the Southwest. They talk about the Southwest Pacific. You add Asia, that's 5. That's 5 continents and several oceans affecting millions of lives.
All right, like
Go, y'all got it. Y'all got it. I'm done talking for a bit.
Going to your
I'll be back.
topic.
Wait,
I'll
I
be
just have a
back.
quick question.
Hold on real quick. Why didn't you answer the question that was asked you earlier when they asked you what did you know about American history? You went straight to the transatlantic slave trade. Is that all you know about American history?
That's all I know about Black history, because
They
that's
didn't
how
ask
Black
you about
history
Black
started.
history. They asked you about American history that happened in America.
Yeah, I know about about colonizing Native Americans. I know how they try to push their religion and their beliefs on them. The white Europeans did atrocious things, right? And what it seems like the FBAs are doing today is doing that. You're literally erasing Native Americans.
No, we're not talking about
culture.
FBAs because
You're
we're
literally
American Indians over
erasing.
here. We're not FBA.
No,
We're American
that's what you guys are doing right now. You guys are doing what the YTs are doing. You're literally erasing people's history, which gives your ancestors a slap on the
let me
face
ask
on
you
what they
another
fought for.
question. Let me ask you another question, Jess. When have you ever seen a pale-skinned, highly mixed European ever be indigenous to anywhere on this planet?
So, dark skin. Listen, dark skin does not mean black. Okay.
When did I say dark skin mean black? I said when have you ever seen a pale-skinned, highly mixed European indigenous to anywhere?
They are indigenous to Europe. That's literally.
A lot of them not even indigenous to Europe because
yes,
Europe
they are.
has black,
Yes, they are.
have
There is
so-called
no
black
anthropological
original people over there
evidence.
too. There are
Jesus
black
Christ.
Brits, there are black Italians, there are black
No,
French
they're
people,
not.
there are black Germans. There's pictures of them all over the
Indigenous. They are
internet.
immigrants.
What are
How
you
can
talking
you tell
about?
me?
It is C3 mommy. She came from an
Only
incubator mama.
Indigenous black people in the UK. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
so if I start pulling receipts, if I start pulling receipts for the black indigenous people in the UK and other parts of Europe, then what?
Let me guess. You're gonna pull up Cheddar Man. You're gonna pull up Cheddar Man. Let's guess that.
No, I'm not gonna pull
You're
up
gonna
Cheddar Man.
You are even
And when they pulled up Cheddar Man, he was dark skinned with curly hair. So what's your point? He wasn't even pale skinned
does not
himself.
look
So
like
what are
you.
we talking about?
His phenotype does not look like.
Now she's
Hold on, C3.
I'm not
I got
even
it.
talking about his phenotype.
Yeah, hold on.
Phenotype, because I'm
So what is you
crazy
talking
right
about?
now. What is your phenotype?
I'm. Same time, I'm not going to understand you.
I'm
so
asking, what is your phenotype? Because it's giving KBs mixed with African.
Yeah. We acknowledge this from the start.
Now,
What you trying
I
to
knew
do?
that.
We'll say.
I mean, your genetics is linked to the planet, ma'am. Straight out of a
Huh?
lab.
What?
That's the womb you come from.
Yeah, that's what your ancestors come from too.
No,
If you're Black American, you're mixed
I
with
guarantee
white
you,
people. So
man,
I
can't.
don't know why you think you're insulting me when you're actually insulting yourself. I don't know why you think you're insulting me when you're literally talking about yourself.
No, ma'am.
Jess, can you prove that so-called all Black Americans come from the slave trade that they teach you about in Europe and the UK?
There's
Can you prove that
there's
with tangible
scholarly
evidence?
evidence. There's scholarly evidence, right?
Have you seen the slave record? Have you seen a slave record? Have you seen a ship manifest?
The transatlantic slave trade is one
Have
of
you
the most.
seen one?
Can I talk? The transatlantic slave trade is one of the most documented historical
Okay,
events.
so
that
what
happened.
documents have you seen
Right,
that
there
will
is
back
so much
it up,
evidence.
Jess?
There's
Jess,
more evidence that
You're not listening.
You don't
You're
want
not
to.
listening.
You don't want
evidence
to
that
talk
proves
to
you come from
No,
Africa.
you
They don't
There's
have.
evidence you don't.
Guys, wait. I just
They
need
ain't
to
got
ask a quick
sense.
question.
God,
There's more evidence that
Nita.
leads you back to Africa than to America.
So
we can
Jess,
never be
I'm
deported.
asking you what tangible documents, not no scholarly articles written in 2014 talking about a time period that they haven't seen no documents for. I'm asking you about slave manifest. What captain journal have you read? What boat manifest have you seen for when they was building the boat? What slave manifest or records from when they was buying these people have you seen to even prove that they have took that many people from Africa?
There's a bill.
So in other words, none.
Can I respond? Am I going to respond?
You
Jesus
said
Christ.
yeah. So
There are
yeah,
multiple ports.
there's
There are
tangible
multiple.
evidence. I'm asking you,
Jesus
what have you
Christ.
physically seen?
Yeah, actually. So when I've been to Ghana, there are ports of slave trade of people of literally the ports where they took
Where the boats at?
African people.
No, hold on. The thing that the Africans don't like to tell you about them ports been there way before the slave trade. The
Yeah,
Africans
that's
had a
interesting.
relationship with Europeans for a very long time, especially the Spanish and the Portuguese. Them ports
Interesting.
were used
Can I
for
ask
trade
you a
and
question?
commerce.
Can I ask you a question now? Right? Are white people indigenous to America?
They will never be indigenous to anywhere in
Okay,
the world
brilliant.
besides the Caucasus Mountains that they come from.
Okay,
Well, we're not even
brilliant.
indigenous to that either.
So when
I
did
mean, her
the
mama got to go back to the Caucasus.
wait,
No,
be
we're not
quiet, be
even
quiet.
indigenous
Be
to the
quiet for a second. I have a question for C3. So when did the white people come to America?
The
The white
1890s.
people,
The 1890s through the Great
Thank
Migration.
you, Copper. To Ellis Island.
Copper
To Ellis Island, majority of the Europeans, the pale-skinned Europeans, came to Ellis Island in the late 1800s and early 1900s. Before then, they had landed. Hold on, I'm still answering your question. Before those people, the majority of which was 12 million of them, by the way, during that time period. Before then, there was a few who came in the early 1500s because they was explorers.
That's interesting, C3. So how did the white people come to America in the 1500s and the 1800s? What was their mode of transportation?
Sold by boat through.
They followed the current that was, can you stop? They followed the current that was leading from Europe to Northern America. That most of them
Really?
landed in
And there was no
Canada.
ocean in between. And what's the ocean in between that called?
I think what you're failed to realizing is that the boats that the Europeans came over, they actually still wait. Hold on,
Girl, be quiet.
Wait, what you're failing to
No,
realize
because you're
is
not
that
answering the
wait,
question.
Jess, I'm gonna.
Okay, so
If you're
during
saying
that
there's
time
no boat
period, there
evidence, right,
wasn't
then
like
you're saying the white
airplanes
people came
and
in the
trains and stuff. So of
1500s
course they was
from the
using
same.
boats. That's just common sense.
Right,
But
to
to go
America,
from
you
West
would go through the
Africa
you would go
to
through
North
the
to
Atlantic
straight to
Ocean.
North
You heard
America
please?
is impossible.
Through the
It's
Atlantic Ocean
impossible
too.
because there's no current that leads from West Africa to the United States portion. The current that leads from West Africa to the Americas go down into South America. So if you learned this, like you said in school, you would have learned that majority of them
Yeah,
captives
that's very
went into
convenient.
South America. And if you did your due
That's
diligence, you
very
would have learned, hold on, Jess. If you did your due diligence, you would have learned about the Royal African Slave Company. They was the ones funding and had took the most African slaves. Most of the people that they took from West Africa, the deembarkation region was the Americas, but they never made it. They went from one part of West Africa to another part of West Africa. But a lot of people don't know that because they don't do their due diligence and look into the three companies that was getting funded by Sweden and shit to even do this.
The white tees were never
Wait,
taken.
hold on.
They were
Wait, hold
slaves.
on.
That's very
Baba.
interesting how you
Wait, Jess.
twist the
Wait,
fit
Jess.
your
I'm not
What I
look
wanted
up the
okay?
Royal African Company. Then. Have you heard of that?
So what ocean? What
Wait,
ocean?
Jess,
Have you
what I
heard
wanted
of the
to
Royal
add to
African
America,
Company?
and what ocean leads America
Have
to
you
Europe?
heard of the Royal African Company?
I literally just asked you a question.
Have you heard of it?
What ocean?
So in other words, no. I
But
literally
wait,
answered your question already. You probably didn't hear me.
but Jess,
I
what I
said
wanted
that
to
they
add
took
to that.
boats across the Atlantic Ocean, but there is not a current that leads from West Africa, Nigeria, and Ghana straight to the area of the United States. The current from that area, it goes back into Africa, and then there's another current that leads into South America. If you know the
Right.
current of the Atlantic Ocean.
The
And
slave trade
wait,
was
hold on.
not
What I wanted
only
to add to the wait, hold on.
Fucking smack,
business.
because if
Hold
that
on.
were the case, no ships would be able to go to Africa.
Wait, what I wanted to add to that is we also have the manifest and the actual documents from the boats like the Mayflower, from the boats that were part of the explorers who came over. So why is it that we have the manifest, the documents, and the documentation for those explorer boats, but we don't have those same documents for the actual slave trade boats?
Great question.
They,
And a lot of them boats
do.
that
You
did
just
come
you guys
over
just fail to
here.
ignore it because you don't want
Not,
to
I'm not even gonna
acknowledge
say a
that.
lot of them boats. Some of them boats
Black
that
people
came
were
over here
already
didn't
here.
even carry slaves. They just
They
had the
carry
crew
merch.
and cargo because they was trading.
Yes. Facts.
Black people
Some
were
boats
already
came
here.
over with 2 people on it. Some boats came over with 60 people. Some boats came over with 15 people.
I agree with you. Black people were here. Black people were definitely here. I don't subscribe to the
No, they
slave trade
weren't.
was
No, they
not
weren't.
only
Stop
hold on.
perpetuating this madness.
The
So
No, they
slave
were
Jessica,
not.
if we start
There's
pulling
no
out
evidence.
archaeological,
slave
what
There is
trade
no
hold on,
evidence.
slave trade was not
Jess,
only a business.
Literally,
Was
the
not
oldest
only a
bodies
business,
found in the
it was a
States
prison
was
system.
not you, man.
She
Jess,
want to know
It's not
about
someone
that.
of your
Great
female
what
migration.
tribe. It was not.
archaeological evidence have you read that would suggest that there was no black people in America?
The slave trade was not only a
I'm
business.
not talking about the
it
slave
was
trade.
a
I'm talking about
prison- it was a prisoner system.
archaeologically and anthropologically
It
evidence.
was a
Have
prison
you
system
seen
too.
that would prove that there was no black people in America?
I just agreed with you. But what I'm saying is it was a prison system as well as a business.
All right,
Oh
So
no, I
white
know you're agreeing with me. I was asking Jessica.
White tees were also slaves in America.
They don't know that. They don't know about them being in the cotton fields. The
Well, they were
Irish.
indentured servants.
White tees were also slaves in America.
Okay.
So my thing is like a lot of this is
Wait, who
like
took copper off? You trying to show something?
a lot of this is kind of like Africans do not need anybody
So-
to identify with Africans.
We know
That's
the
the
magic
misconception.
number that they always use is the 12.5 million on us that they brought from out of Africa, right?
Exactly.
But I want
right.
y'all to
See
hear
what I'm
this
saying?
first few minutes of when
Everybody
they
is not
brought them
African.
through.
I agree
I'm not
with you.
African, but I
Everybody's
said
not
that's the story, sir. I got my genealogy all the way back to 1072, so you can miss me.
Right,
Ellis
you're not
Allen.
African. Cool.
Here's what?
Because of the YT in you, not
No,
because
no,
you're
no,
indigenous.
man, because YT didn't even
Dum-dum.
exist, baby.
Let
And
Hold on, I know
and I did my genealogy. You
the
worry about
person
that
that's more
KBs on
YT
your
than all of
shit.
us up here is speaking. That's
Exactly.
amazing.
Let her cook. Yeah, half of this shit you don't even know.
Ellis Island History and Immigration to the United States in 1890 to 1920, award-winning document. So let's see how many they brought here in the first couple of minutes of this. All she do is laugh.
A YouTube video,
Oh,
really.
they smelling like a wet puppet.
If you gonna laugh, I can drop you and you can laugh in the comments.
Yeah, let the video play.
Over 12 million men, women, and children passed this way.
Did y'all hear that C3?
It's I'm not sure if that, because I'm outside, but I heard a little.
It said over 12 million.
Plus, over 12 million women and children lost this year.
The same ones that they've been putting on us.
Over 12 million men, women, and children passed this way. Past corridors haunted by special skills, which remains only
Reason why I'm showing y'all this is I want y'all to see it. 1890. I don't know if you've seen this movie, C3 Mommy, y'all. This documentary, I mean. I want to go further because I want y'all to see. I'm going on past when they was in Europe. Let's go on over here to when they got to America. Let's see how America looked when they first got here. Yeah, they were stacked in the bottom of those ships over here coming to America.
Animals. You could see a lot of water. But we take it to the sky.
You got what for you?
No sky.
Can y'all hear it? Might have to go somewhere. Let's probably turn it up.
To escape the throbbing engines and the odor of spoiled food, those with blankets came on deck for air.
This is a great film for everybody that want to go and look at it when they first start coming to America.
It was a terrible life. I trade what I make with that. It's a good it's so horrible.
Hey,
Let it stop for a
read
while.
that. Don't just tear into that, dog.
What you say, dog?
Waves of worship.
No,
I
no,
say
look. I'm trying to help you.
What you say, dog?
Don't just tear into
I ain't
it.
say nothing. Hold on, somebody else speaking. Hold on. Hold on. I muted that for me. Oh.
Hold on. Okay, they through. Let me pass this right here because I want y'all to see how New York was already skyscrapers. I will.
It appeared like a flag, and everybody went over to the railing, just admiring.
I thought I was in heaven.
Y'all see all the skyscrapers in 1890.
Yeah. Yeah. Dang, that's so nice.
So I like to ask Jess, who built these skyscrapers, Jess? Because this is after Emancipation Proclamation, right after.
Who built skyscrapers? They weren't skyscrapers. They're
Who
just
built all these
buildings.
skyscrapers in every city? Because we
In
can
the
go to every city and
1800s,
show
it
that
would
that was
obviously be the
skyscrapers.
slaves who were forced into labor.
No, they didn't.
Wrong.
Wrong again.
Y'all brothers, you know how many people were free in New York at that time?
It would be the laborers.
Girl, no.
It would be whoever was doing most of the
Girl,
labor, which is
who
probably
built
black
these
people.
skyscrapers? Because I want y'all to see, not only they had skyscrapers, they had palaces too.
I mean, what? This is not new information. In the 1800s, obviously there were buildings in America.
People built this, Jess.
Yeah,
But no
of course it was, because you were being overworked. Of course it was.
Hold on, one mic.
Of course you built it. You were being overworked. Like, how is this news?
Ain't nobody was overworked. A lot of our folks did stuff, like were laborers, carpenters, masons.
Yes, because you were overworked.
No, they weren't, dude. They really
Yes, you
did this
were.
stuff.
You
What
were
are you talking about? Oh my gosh. Hold on 1 second. I was about to say, you know how many people were free in New York?
Yes, but that's
New
not
York.
the majority of BLK people.
Oh my gosh. You know how many people were free in New York? New York was a free state. Like they literally, all right, slavery, when was slavery about? In New
Okay,
York.
like, how is this news?
We are overworked in our own
Information. How is this information new information? Obviously, like the enslaved Africans built most of
Because you don't know. Y'all gotta keep it on one mic. Y'all gotta keep it on one mic.
Put my people on the
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
How is this new information?
Y'all gotta
Like,
keep
I'm
it.
confused.
Come on, y'all gotta keep it on one mic.
Something revolutionary. Like everyone knows this. Everyone knows you built.
I'm trying to. Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to get everybody to chill because you was trying to speak.
Like, bro, if folks can't name no Africans, I'm not trying to hear about enslaved Africans build anything. I'm not.
No, what did they learn in Europe? What did the Africans build here in Europe? I mean, in America. That's what I want to know.
In Africa right today. They ain't built nothing right today.
And they worked in houses.
Want us to
and they
believe
served
that the ones
myself.
in America built. Y'all just started getting here in 18.
What's up now?
They would know that most Africans didn't live past the age of 25 if they got overworked. So how was they repopulating? I got a whole source of them talking about a boat that they had with Africans on it and everybody unalived when they made it to the Americas. So how did they build anything?
Yo. What's up, Noah? Oh, yeah.
You good, fam?
Yeah, what's up? Hold on. Yeah,
I
somebody.
just want to show this young lady a little history here she might not be aware of.
For sure.
You can see that the Historia de la Nación Mexicana. This is 1847 by Mariano Cuevas, and I'll be showing you some
What's your
archaeological
race?
finds. You know,
What's your
from
race,
the Yucatan area,
Miguel,
way
what's your
before any type of
Can he
white
finish his
settlers came over
source?
here.
Yeah, he's the art. He's more. Never mind. Go ahead.
his race? That's all I need to know.
You seen this,
He's
Jess?
from Central America. That's all you need to know. Go ahead, Nicole.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to give you a little passage from what was said here. You can read there for yourself. These found these two precious specimens that we produce.
I'm not taking anything in your note. This is not a source.
Oh
my
gosh.
notes are
Please,
a
gosh.
direct translation
Open your
of
mouth
the
every
source
time
material.
somebody presents something.
The book is in Spanish.
Yes,
he
correct.
went and translated it and put it in the notes for everybody who don't understand Spanish can be able to read it.
What the website?
And now it's not credible. Can you even read Spanish?
He showed you a source in Spanish, like, and he translated it for us. Like, come on, dude. Just let him rock.
Like,
Jess,
do you need to
Jess.
see him do it in 4K? It's going to say the same thing.
Hey, Jess, how much TikTok paying you, or Russia? Is TikTok or Russia paying? Hey, Jess, is TikTok or Russia paying you?
I can't take you serious.
Is TikTok or Russia paying you, man? Because somebody decided to translate
from a note.
Hold on.
If you think it's okay to read from a note,
he showed you the source and he translated what was on the page into his notes.
That's
like
not
what?
how it works.
It does how it works. It is how it works.
Exactly how it works.
You don't know how
Anyone
translating
that speaks.
go?
Oh yeah, but yeah,
translating go?
but yeah, shut so he could read to us, because I can't read Spanish. I could probably read a few words. But let just shut so we could hear what he got to say.
This is directly to Jess here, and it's noted that previously many similar statues have been found, who were found despised and destroyed by ignorant indigenous people of the place. In that same place, according to the Central American historian Garcia Pelades, who was later Archbishop of Guatemala, there was a very large and important city in antiquity. End quote.
Like this guy's
Oh my! Can you shut up, yo?
a credible.
Can you shut your mouth?
There's
Ma'am,
the source.
Do you talk like this in person? Hey, hold on, Jess. Do you talk like this?
Translate this cover.
You
translate this cover, Jess.
Hold on, one second, yo.
Oh,
Jess, do you
Jesus
talk to
Christ.
people like this in person? You just talk to people like this in
So
person?
it needs to be in English.
Do you just talk? Nah, I'm asking you a question. Do you just talk to people like Jess? Do you just talk to people like this in person?
Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, no. I don't have to.
So act like you in person.
Act like you in person. No, because I don't talk to people like
act like you in person. Act like you in person. I'm sure. Act like you in person.
I speak to actual common.
Man, you don't speak, but you get on TikTok, the internet, to talk to fools, right?
Critically.
If you talk to people, you get on the internet just to talk to fools or people that are ignorant, then it says a lot about you.
No, it's crazy. Ignorance.
It's that quote. Don't you see the quotation marks?
Translation on notes and believing.
Don't you see a quotation?
In a.
Oh my gosh, you translated. Do you speak or translate Spanish? I bet. Read that in Spanish. Read that.
Saying it
read
has
that
to
in Spanish.
Be a source.
Read that Spanish page now.
Or you won't.
Read
it's
that.
Not credible.
Read that Spanish.
Not credible.
Read that Spanish page, shorty.
It's not credible information.
Oh my!
How you know it's not credible, Jess? Hold on, Tyron. Jess, how you know it's not credible? How do you know this source is not credible?
Jesus, I didn't say the source was not credible. I am.
You just said it wasn't credible. So how do you know this is not credible?
Can I finish? Reading a translation, reading something on somebody's notes is not credible information.
Is that this your
Wait,
YT?
Library of
academic
Congress or
essay.
something?
So
If you're
translating,
writing an academic essay, you cannot cite sources in different languages. If you went
yes,
to
you
university,
can.
you would
That's
know this.
You must
No,
not
you
know how
cannot.
to. You must
You
not
would
know how writing
translate it
an
and cite the
academic.
website. You would
You
translate
must
it
not know how
on the
this
same
it's
works.
archives.org. There you go.
PubMed. If you're
Archives.
You must not
Archive.
know how this works.
Hold on 1 second. Let me.
When it
Hold on
comes
1
to
second.
this,
One second. I'm gonna talk now. I'm taking over now. I'll get it under wraps. Like golly. Like go ahead now.
Well, that you're precisely correct. Why I use that specific snapshot, because it is from the archives records. If I would have given a different source, then it could be questioned. So I gave it from the, obviously the government facility, and I also have a list of different accolades that he's accomplished over the many, many years. Where he's from Lima, he's got an honorary degrees from Lima, Guatemala, Mexico. I mean, across the board, he's a very well-established scholar, and obviously he didn't even go to school. That's how well-established they needed him to complete their history, because it was absent of credible information.
Yeah. I honestly, I personally don't get the point of being around people you don't rock with. Because you ask me, I'm not around people I don't rock with. It's people, you don't see me in no Pan-African lives. You don't see me in no African lives. That's how I don't rock. There's Africans I don't rock with. There's some that are cool. But when you see an African live where they're talking trash about our people, Americans, Black Americans, whatever's calling us pretending, you won't see me over there. Because I
Africans
don't.
talk shit about.
Shorty, I'm not done talking. Golly, somebody gotta put you in timeout or something. You gotta go sit in the wall somewhere. Somebody gotta make you do some squats in the corner or something. Like what? Like I can tell nobody you ain't have a granny that put soap in your mouth for having a loose mouth. Who's you talking to? It must be your YT side showing. Cause you more YT than anybody up here. But yeah, for sure. What was I about to say? I couldn't imagine going to a gummy live. Gummy Slave, Jay History, whatever his name is. Ain't nobody scared. I didn't embarrass Gummy online. I embarrassed Gummy twice. Twice. It's recorded.
I have mine recorded as well.
Yeah, I didn't embarrass Gummy twice. The first time I embarrassed Gummy, I pulled up a court record from 1636. Guess what Gummy pulled up? He pulled up a Dawes Road record from 1893. That is not credible. That is not a Dawes Road 1893. Two. 1 second. If you can hear, if you shut up, you got 2 ears to listen and 1 mouth to speak. Use that. Right? Well, you gonna let me repeat what I said? Do I need to ask you permission to repeat what I said? Huh? Okay, I didn't think so.
Semantics, man. Just talk.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna play the semantics you want to play. Since you want to keep playing, I'm gonna play with you. I'm gonna be the biggest clown ear.
Need to say that you're a clown.
I'll be the biggest clown. I'll play with you. Yep. Mm-hmm. You want the Ronald McDonald show? Guess what? Yeah.
You can't have no dude.
Like this makes you look cute or educated.
Yeah, acting like a child. I got high schoolers. I know middle schoolers are more decorum than you.
Yeah, sure.
I know middle schoolers that will stay silent when someone is speaking. I'm a drag it now. I'm gonna keep going.
Oh, that's that UK.
Hold on 1 second. I'm a drag it now. Yeah. Ain't nobody scared of no Gummy. You scared of y'all scared of actually eating real meals in the UK. That's what y'all scared of. Ain't nobody scared of. I done embarrassed Gummy twice. I embarrassed Gummy twice. Gummy. I like folks, people that roll with Gummy. I tell Gummy come over. Hold on, tell Gummy come to Twitter. If you really want some intellectual stuff, tell him come to Twitter. I dare any of y'all come to Twitter. Because we ran people from people had to run back to TikTok because they couldn't handle the heat on Twitter. Yeah, we done made people run to TikTok, trying to come over to Twitter to start stuff with us. Yeah, boy, we flamed the mess out of Ronald Dalton. what's his name? Kofi with that mugshot. That's YT on his mugshot, and that light skin short, and that light skin shorty, Kira with the glasses. We ran them off Twitter. Ain't nobody scared of y'all.
You didn't do shit.
Yeah. I told Ronald Dalton has ducked me. I literally told Ronald Dalton I debate him. He can come on my platform. We can. Yeah.
Bro, she
I
won
got
on
receipt.
him.
I y'all wouldn't dare come on Twitter. Y'all wouldn't dare come on Twitter.
Anyway, goodbye. Thanks for the gifts.
No, yeah, goodbye.
Yeah, bye,
y'all when the smoke. Yeah, well, you have YT. You have what? She's an Arnold
Enjoy
Palmer.
being delusional. And
Arnold Palmer. Thank you.
She said that she can trace her family by the last name, right?
She said enjoy being delusional. The only one delusional was your mother for not aborting a dumb bitch like you.
That part. She said that she could trace her family back, but she never even got up and said, what's that? Because if you're talking about your granddaddy, talking about the same last name, but what about your grandmama? Because I hope he wasn't marrying his sister and his cousins with the same last name. Something's wrong with God.
Her daddy, she like, see, she throwing stones from UK, dog. She throwing stones from UK. She like Cynthia Erivo.
That's our first time.
You know what I mean? In African.
This
ain't her first time up here. And then the native dude that was on there, he ran. That native dude, Gummy came up right after the native dude. I made that native dude run. I asked him, like, why aren't y'all speaking your language? Why is there only 130 native languages being spoken and only 20 are going to be spoken by 2050? And the BIA is asking, like, as soon as I said, the BIA is trying to make a revitalization plan for native languages, he left. Talking about you need to take your DNA test, blah, 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 this, and that, yada, yada. But he ran. Then Gummy gonna come up like, oh, Gummy gonna try to think it was cool. Nah, you saw that native run. Don't come try to piggyback and save them. Nah. They all get it. Everybody gets it over here. Africans, natives, YTP. I'll make another live. I will make another live asking what YT people built in America. I will do that. And I dare someone to name something they built over here. Before emancipation. Before Ellis Island. I dare you. I dare them.
They ain't that shit.
Oh, you can't cuss up here.
Oh, they ain't did nothing.
I will, man, please.
The girl was slower than a sloth.
She wanted to come up here. She wanted to come up here and flirt with me. That's all. That's what these women chose. They be trying to, because they men ain't nothing. They don't like the men in their country, so they try to come flirt with some American men because they ain't got nothing to say. They ain't got nothing to say. They ain't got nothing to say. Yeah, you on TikTok talking to foreigners and not your own men. What a life.
Worried about American history, not our own. What's your people doing in the UK? What's your family doing in the UK?
Because they can't tell their own. They can't tell their own to us anymore.
And she was so
they
arrogant.
Know we got the sauce. Like, yeah, because she was talking. She told me I must hate how much I look. I was like, she said you must hate what you see in the mirror. I was like, you see how good I look, and she ain't deny it either. Yeah. I was like, you see how good I look? I could never.
Really childish. Really, really childish. I hate when they come up there acting like that. Like, respect the host, respect the panel. Don't talk over each other. That's really simple. It's not hard.
She couldn't even answer the question. All she had to say was, no, I never seen a slave manifest. No, I never seen a slave schedule. No, I never seen a receipt to show someone was selling a slave for some seashells and beads. She never, all she had to do was say, no, I never seen that.
I was about to start. She wanted you to put her on a pedestal. I was about to start trolling and doing that. I was about to start trolling her. Then start and like yes, ma'am. Yes, queen. I was definitely about to start trolling her.
I appreciate you.
She came up here to throw in. she said was, yeah, your ancestors were slaves, drug across, and all that old stuff. I was like, wow, these people really show how much they really have a disdain for us.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, she believed in everything her dad and them support, done, but we know the truth.
All right, what's
but,
up? Yeah, take it easy, Smoke.
Her daddy kind of like, her mama disliked herself. That's why she laid down with him.
But yeah, ain't nobody. I didn't take, like, y'all been getting BTA for 5 years on here. Chief Natural putting the belt on y'all. That folks been putting the belt on y'all for, like, Amaru just one of the biggest not the biggest, but one of the prominent Pan-Africans on here, if I can even say that.
Smoked,
just,
Black Fur.
Yeah, Black Fur. Yeah, like
ran Conscious Lee off the app for a long time. Y'all gotta stop playing with this side.
I gave Conscious Lee the blues on Twitter too. I gave Conscious Lee the blues on Twitter. Like he's just like, yeah. I made him say like, yo, I get it. Like there's black people already here type stuff. I gave Conscious Lee the blues on Twitter. I gave him the blues on Twitter, yo. He tried. Yeah. I had Mitch because I made a video on TikTok that I posted to Twitter and adding him. Yeah, he responded right away. He was like, yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, I gave Conscious Lee the blues on Twitter too. Like, yeah, they know not to mess with us. I had Ronald Dalton hiding. Ronald Dalton would not acknowledge me. Would not acknowledge me for a minute because he was just like he was talking mad stuff. He's like, yeah, Dane Calloway and Tariq Nasheed won't invite me on their platforms. I just finished you on Twitter, Cassie. What happened? I learned the one time you defended. Yeah, I was just like, Ronald Dalton was like, he's talking mad stuff. I was like, all right, man, I'll invite you to my platform. We can chop it up. He would not acknowledge me. I came into his face on Twitter. He said nothing to me. I was like,
he knew you wasn't someone to mess with, huh?
He would not acknowledge me. I made a post and said American Beauty and the Africans was mad, and I defended. They not about to play with y'all on Twitter either.
Your page on Twitter was like one of the first recommended when I came on that platform. And you and several other people have been so helpful with the American Indian history that they don't teach. That I just appreciate y'all. I just wanted to let that be known and give you your flowers straight up front.
What's your Twitter name, Cassie? What's your Twitter name?
Excuse me.
So I can remember. I don't remember using names like that.
You know what's crazy though? How people from the UK and other parts of Europe is so invested in our ancestry, but they don't even talk about the Black Europeans that was ruling Europe. Y'all don't even talk about the Moors that was ruling over y'all for 700 years.
Right.
Y'all hide the Black indigenous people that's over there.
I remember that. That's not a name. That's not familiar.
But y'all so worried about Americans. Make it make sense. Only group of people that's not worried about about other different groups around the world. We literally talk about us. Y'all make us roast y'all with facts.
Yo, I literally came on TikTok, minding my business. I don't even think I was mentioned. Let me see. When did I start? I came back to TikTok in February. Let me go to my page, my channel real quick. I don't even think I was talking about Africans like that. Darvin Osiris. I'm about to go back. I don't even think I was talking. And then, natives, them and natives are starting to troll me. I'm like, all right. Let me see. Let me go find it live. Yeah, because I came back in February. Trying to see. Boom, 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 boom. That 2 months ago. So it's like 6 months ago I came back. And people thought I was new or something. They could try to jump on me. I'm like, bro, I was giving the blues out the gate again. I was like, this is light work. You're like, y'all must not know. Okay, let's see. Okay, so these okay, yeah, this is my first live back on TikTok. Yeah, I wasn't even talking about. Yeah, I wasn't even talking about nothing. Hold on, boom, boom.
Drop me down to the chat, Josh. I gotta make a phone call to my daughter.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, I wasn't even talking about Africans.
Peace,
When I
y'all.
first came back on TikTok. Oh, yeah, peace. Oops. Yeah, our Black Americans. Yeah, indigenous. Like I was even talking about Africans until like a month in, back on TikTok, literally, because they kept trolling me. I'm like, bro, if y'all don't relax, like we live, like we would make less lives about them if they stopped talking about us. Literally, we would make less lives about them if they just stopped talking about us. Nobody wants to talk about Native Americans because nobody cares. What's up, Gia?
What's up, y'all?
For sure. She said,
there was a UK troll.
yeah, she caught the tail end of her.
What was she
Oh,
again? I know
I talked to Jess on other buddy panel. She a goofy.
Yeah, for sure.
She said she was African, and then she got mad at me because she was like, oh, because I was telling her about the Louisiana Creole people, and you don't have a language and this, that, and the third. And I started speaking in the language, and she was like, oh, you have an identity crisis. And I'm like, African with an Australian accent is trying to tell me that I have an identity crisis.
With a YT daddy.
Crazy.
What kind of African is she?
She's Nigerian. She's Nigerian and YT.
I'm glad you said something because I was gonna say something.
I think she's she's Igbo. I think she's Igbo. Because she has another. Yeah, she has another account, Mila, named Mila. It's not her picture. She has like an AI photo. Because I was like, I heard her voice somewhere before. I put it together. So I was like, oh, it's you. Yeah, she be wanting to come up. Every time she comes, she usually come in after a Native American's on the panel or something like that. She come in and start flirting with me. So
I
yeah.
think people from the UK think their accent makes their argument better.
And it's still trash.
Right,
Accent or not, you're still dumb.
They claim that they smarter, but every time they come up on these panels, it's nothing but ignorance. It's never no sources, never nothing from their libraries, from their museums. It's just a bunch of nonsense.
And I cooked her earlier when I was reading. I was like, bro, it don't take a lot.
Wait,
so
they know what time it is. That's why they always in your business.
Mm-hmm.
She was describing, just to I'm sorry, go ahead, Barbara.
No, go, you got it.
I was gonna say, just to give you a description on how she was trying to sound smart but not smart, because someone was talking about, well, how do you look up sources? And she was like, well, you look it up, and if you're smart, you'll be able to tell what's the truth and what's not the truth. And if you have the brains, you'll be able to decipher what's. And I'm like, she ain't saying nothing about scholarly articles. She ain't saying nothing about a peer review paper. She didn't say nothing about a .gov or .edu. She was just saying stuff with her accent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I accidentally followed her. Let me unfollow her. Definitely gonna follow her after. I accidentally unfollowed her. I actually followed her. I'm like, bro, TikTok, I don't like when you do that, yeah. She is
short Garvin accidentally.
Right.
Speaking of the devil, right?
Oh damn.
You're still dumb.
I mentioned Science Direct, PubMed.
God.
I know you want to hang with him. Just say you want to chop it up. Just say you want to chop it up with us, yo.
You guys have been talking about me for 10 minutes.
Okay, for sure. And you've been here for like
you sound like you're fans of me. I left.
We know
you
you want
talking about me.
Why you still in here listening? Why you still
about me and I was right.
Why you still in here listening?
You talking about me and I was right.
How about this?
Jesus
Christ.
Yes.
Congratulations. We're gonna forget about I'm gonna forget about this conversation tomorrow. By the time I get back on TikTok, by the time I get back on TikTok live tomorrow, I'm gonna forget about it. I don't remember stuff on TikTok.
Native, I do love how you twisted what I said though, just to fit your narrative.
What's up, not about
Anyway, I have nothing more to say.
Anyway,
it was verbatim.
She can't prove her claim anyway.
She lied.
Like you said, she don't know what a .edu or .gov is. When the girl brought up
what's
the Internet Archive, she didn't even know what that is.
who
She
called
don't know
me?
nothing about a library or a
Yeah,
library card.
Doris, she
She's
likes
dumb.
you.
I
That's
know.
what I was
She
saying.
wants
She
your
I
like
love,
know.
Doris.
Doris.
She's mad.
That's
She
what she
like, why
wants.
you
Your
talking
love.
She wants to
She
be your
needs to
throat
learn how to
goat.
speak
That's what she
her
wants.
Your
English.
throat
talking
smoke.
about you for 10
There's too
minutes?
many people talking right now. Talking to me right now. There's too many people.
And we heard
Yeah,
all voices.
I was about to. I'm just hearing all these voices talking to me right now.
Your throat smoke. Here
She
she
open
go.
like a can of worms for you. That's what she tried
Oh,
to do.
brother, not the. Ugh. Not the, I mean, she don't look bad. Then I remember she got a
That's not
wifey
even her
daddy.
picture.
Oh
That's not her.
shit.
Comment said that. They said her profile picture is not even her.
What? You catfishing, yo? What? That's crazy. Y'all, what she cammed up? What y'all seen her? How y'all know that? Y'all seen her cammed up before?
One thing I really
Wow.
hate about
Uh-huh.
these Africans is that they come up here and they think they really saying something right, but everything they say don't make any type of nothing. They spray these YT teachings and then look at us as if we're uneducated and we don't know what we're talking about.
But I mean, if I always say like, if somebody asks her earlier, or somebody always asks them, somebody asked them earlier, like, if you think somebody's delusional, like, I don't go into people who are Scientologists, like, I don't go in their panels and tell them that they're crazy for thinking that aliens and implanted in humans and chop it up with them and try to make them not believe that. I just bounce.
Right.
So they think we're
because they threaten, because they know that their story is threatened and they can't feed off of Black Americans no more. That's why they're sitting up here saying, "Oh, it's highly documented." After you just read to this dumb heifer that they literally decreased the number of the slave trade voyages pertaining to Black Americans. So
what's up,
Gates
Tyrone?
was a part of
I ain't know
that
there was
study,
that.
right?
And then on top of that, they told you they did this in 3 days, a 3-day conference. So how do you know that they have all of the tangible evidence to even compile, to even prove that that happened to the
And they brought up
magnitude that they sold it to the world?
So they
for
tossed
sure,
out.
and then they talked about the Pacific trade too.
Oh, that's crazy. So, yeah, with that Pacific trade thing, they don't even include Asian stuff, and plus, they don't even include Indigenous American slavery, mind you. But with that whole thing where she tried to get a gotcha on you, she clearly didn't understand how there were barely any Africans brought to the U.S. And this is coming from Skip Gates, who gaslit us about, oh, y'all ain't got no Indian DNA because ain't no Indian saw no African
Hey,
during the slave trade, right? So
They
they're
did the voyage.
gaslighting us and trying to lie in our face.
They did the voyage, man. They said only 82 Africans showed up to the mainland. Only 82 out of the whole slave, out of the 400 whole years, only 82 of them actually made it to the mainland of what we call the states. You feel me?
The United States.
Yeah,
82.
82. Yeah, 82.
Yeah,
is
you seen the
documented.
African. If
They
you look at
dropped
that,
it from 200,000 to 82.
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
that's
Yes,
what
ma'am.
there's. Yeah, because
Yes,
it's sort of African origins, but they updated. So they updated to like because they updated the website. It say 15,000 now.
Not to the mainland, it don't.
Yes, they do. I
That's
just
to
looked at it.
that's to the Antilles. That's to the Caribbeans and shit. Not to the mainland. It said 82 of them jokers showed up to the mainland. And I'll check 82. Now if they didn't update it and just changed from 82 to 1,000, then where the hell are they? You know what I'm saying? Where the hell are they getting these
Because they
calculations?
check again. They updated the website. It takes a while to configure it now, but I be forgetting. But yeah, they updated the website. It's like it's got a whole new UI and all that. I was like, really?
Oh yeah, that type of shit.
They keep updating it. To be honest, I don't think they hardly took any of it. Yeah, like the numbers just keep flip flopping. So
Yeah, that's what it is. The numbers just hold on, wait, it's that any old thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, but I think it keep flip flopping because they know about the inter-American slave trade and how they took so many people from the different regions of America and was classifying them as Africans because they outlawed the indigenous transportation. No, say it backwards. They outlawed the transportation of indigenous people from the Americas. So they can keep enslaving the indigenous people from Americas, they started classifying them as African and Negroes from Africa, when in reality, they was probably Tainos, Chinamachas, Choctaws, Yuchi, and so many Indians,
Yeah.
so many tribes.
Right.
The Pequot, you know?
Tyrone, what are you showing?
I'm showing this book because a lot of people throwing this word pretendian around. So I'm gonna do a live reading on this book, Playing Indian, exposing who's the real pretendians, because it ain't got nothing to do with black people whatsoever. It's all YT exclusive. So I don't know why you see a lot of these Africans and Caribbeans, or heck, even these one of the FBAs or
They benefit. They
people that's
benefit.
trying to mix the dope with what a pretendian is. So
They
I'm gonna
benefit.
read this book for people to be aware of what's going on here and how they're trying to put on the cape for YT supremacists and these natives that cheated the enrollment system.
We got an Aztec bat. We got an Aztec Batman.
What's
Yo,
up,
what's
Aztec
up?
Batman?
What's
up,
up?
yo?
What's
What
up?
you,
Tyrone, put that book back up.
yeah, what you been sipping on tonight, Aztec?
In fact, I'm gonna flip my camera so it can.
I'm good, man.
You said you ain't. You said none of that. What you been sipping on, Aztec?
I'm good now.
You been sipping some Presidentes?
Yeah, Heineken, brother. Heineken.
So, see,
Why do you rock
I be knowing.
Aztecs? Because I'm seeing a lot of Hispanics denounce the Aztecs and say that they're cannibals and colonizers and oppressors.
Well, the Aztecs were pretty bad Indians. They were like the most evil one of them all.
Yeah, Aztecs when they were doing a lot of fucking.
So you evil Batman? You the evil Batman, Aztec?
I don't know. They did a lot of sacrificing. Like, you seen Apocalypto?
Yeah, I said Apocalypto. What I'm saying, Aztec Batman. That's when they was doing a lot of fucking. See the Mayans.
Hold on. One second. You can't cuss up here. You can't cuss up.
They come from Asia, and they came in and colonized the Mayans and Olmec.
Yeah, they came in under ruins.
And they went into the ruins of the areas that the Mayans and Olmecs had left and assumed their identity. So when the Europeans got here, they started thinking they was indigenous to America, but they came from Asia.
Wow.
Sacrificial a word?
Sacrificed.
Oh, okay.
Sacrificial lamb. That is all. Well, but yeah, what you got for us today, Aztec?
Nothing. I just want to see what's up.
What's up, T-Time? Oh, you just want to kick it?
Yeah, bro. I haven't been here for a long time. Got sick by the new COVID.
I knew. You can't say that. You gotta say C or something. C19 or something.
C19. In the chat.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, T-Time? Thank you.
So how do you know you're Aztec?
My mom said she was from the Aztec Indian. Her great grandmother.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so grandma said.
So Aztec, you not gonna do no sacrifice?
I mean, when I was young, I got bullied and I really wanted to do some bad stuff. I was like, you know what, it's not worth it. You know, these English people locked me up for that.
Okay.
All right, so you got something for the prompt? Or Africans anti-American Indian / FBA?
All right. African anti-American Indian. I think the African wants to be like us.
Could you elaborate?
They want to be like Indians.
Oh my gosh.
You talking about continental Africans?
Explain this, bro, because I've been on a.
Who is this? Who's the real?
Who is this pale skin?
Who is that? I just look up as a random person on the camera. Hello?
Darby, same thing. I had turned my head. Hello.
Introduce your name and your race.
Yeah, where you from? What's ethnicity, yo?
Okay.
Yeah, where you from? What's ethnicity?
I'm from San Bernardino, California. I'm Mexican American, so I'm native and Mexican.
Native and Mexican. What you want? What you ask?
My tribe's from We're the original people from Los Angeles. The Whittier Narrows.
Was you Pueblo?
Nah, not Pueblo, bro.
Chumash.
No.
Pueblo
Oh
es
no, not
Negra.
Shumash. Oh no, not Shumash. Shumash is in Ventura. We're Quiche. We're the Gabalenos. The San Gabriel Mission, the San Gabriel.
Yeah, I
That
know
sounds
what
like
you're
a
talking about.
Spanish name for a tribe.
Huh? Yeah, because we got conquered, just like, you know what I mean? Just like you guys, Smith, Johnson, you know what I mean?
No, I'm
Yes.
talking about your name sounds Spanish. The name of your tribe sounds like a Spanish.
Yeah, because the Spanish name, but it's just like you guys got names.
So what was the name of your tribe before the Spanish name, John?
The Quiche.
Oh.
We were the Quiche, yeah. And then
I
it
was
was
about to say, don't
Like
be
the
like that lady
culture?
that came up here claiming her tribe in Canada, and then come to find out that was just a bunch of Germans who migrated to Canada and started claiming First Nations.
Nah, see what we
Oh.
found out was this. We found out a lot of this, that there's a lot of people that are claiming our tribe, but they just got, how do you say, they were Indians from different tribes and they just got them over there. So when they signed in the book or whatever, you know what I mean? When they signed in, they're known as our people, but they're not our people. They just happen to bring them there.
Yes. Okay, I'm seeing the tribe now. Oh, okay. So y'all call. Okay, I know. Use tech. Okay, Utah Aztecian people. All right.
Do you think that all brown black people? Do you think that they all come from Africa? Local culture.
If you go to Colombia, you got black people there. San Andreas Island, Dominican Republic, Brazilians are black, Puerto Ricans are black. But you know what I mean? I think there's a difference. I don't think we're the same people. It just came on TikTok 5 minutes ago, and then I see a lot of black people saying they're native, but I think they're native of their land. You know what I'm saying?
What is our land?
What tribes are they claiming?
You could say maybe the Caribbeans or the Europe and Africa, maybe over there.
The Caribbean is Europe and Africa.
That's
so
right.
none on the East Coast of the United States. None on the East Coast of the United States.
I ain't politicking on that. I'm in California. I just don't think there's no black natives in California.
I think you should dig into
There's
that.
no. What
What
about I was about to say, what about New York? What about Maryland? What about Virginia? What about the Carolinas? What about Georgia? What about Florida? What about Mississippi? What about Alabama?
Yeah. What about Missouri?
Khalifa, you in Cali?
We're not talking plains, sir. We're talking about southeast and east.
Yeah, we're talking about the southeast and the
This is
eastern
the whole
wilderness.
thing.
Oh,
Check
listen.
it out. I was into the Mason stuff, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger.
Oh, you was in
Then around
Mason.
wait, check it out. No. Into it, like
Oh.
knowledgeable, W.D. Du Bois and everything. But when 2005 hit, the internet hit and everybody knew 1 through 50. Okay, nobody was talking about this, what you guys are talking about right now.
How you know that? Have you talked to us?
Because this is a TikTok.
Hold on, how you talk? It's not a TikTok.
When were you talking about
Hold on,
this?
our parents and our grandparents were talking about this. Our parents and our grandparents were talking about this. Ask a black person if their grandma said they was Indian. Yeah, so we was talking about.
It was a good job.
One second. If our grandparents told us about this, how old are our grandparents? Huh? My grandma said she was an Indian she was born in 1928. My grandfather, maternal grandfather, said he was an Indian. He was born in 1914. So if they had parents and grandparents saying the same thing, how long do you think that is?
You're not native, bro.
Name 10 tribes
Black
east of the
people are not Indian.
Name
bro.
10 tribes east of the Mississippi. Name 10 tribes east of the Mississippi.
10.
10 tribes east of the Mississippi, and name 10 Africans that came to the United States during slavery.
And not the 5 civilized tribes.
hey,
Name
bro.
10 tribes
go.
outside of the 5
I think a lot
civilized
of
tribes.
Crash
hey,
out.
No,
so
hold
you're
on. One mic.
He coming up here trying to crash out.
You Creole?
Sir, we're
I
having
ain't
a
Creole.
No one's
I ain't
talking about
Creole. I'm asking you. I ain't Creole.
Get Venus up in here because I want
Where
somebody
Venus
else
at?
from Cali to go on here and holler at him about this this Cali Indian stuff, because it's so funny how He said he from California, but he ain't never heard of Queen Khalifa. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't know where Venus at. Is she even up?
There's people from Cali in the chat. I see them saying
But
it.
yeah, I was about to say I need him. Y'all can't don't let him wiggle out my question. Don't let him wiggle out my question. He did.
Yeah, name 10 tribes east of the Mississippi, and not the
Ain't you
5
French?
civilized.
Name your French uncle.
You not,
Name
sir,
your
nobody
hold
French.
on,
I'm
hold
not
on,
French.
Tio Cholo. You not asking no questions up here, okay, Tio Cholo?
I'm
What we need you to
French,
do
but
is you need to answer the questions that we asking you because
You answer my question.
Nah, you not
I
up here
asked-
answering no questions.
We
Yeah,
will.
this ain't your panel.
You just have,
Yeah, this ain't.
you have
Nah,
to,
we
this
not
ain't your.
answering no questions.
This ain't
This
your
is in
panel.
the echo chamber.
Y'all
We'll
think
let you talk.
Oh, but hold on. But yeah, y'all think y'all come up here, y'all dictate what we talk about on our panel. No, get down. Go. Native, you got your hand up. What's up?
I think y'all said it earlier about like this whole thing about we've only been talking about it on TikTok. Y'all just only have heard about it. We've been talking about this in our family. And then I kind of don't like when Mexicans come up and talk about who we are, but who they are modern day. They're not the original depiction. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, I wanted him to tell me about the El Negro.
Yeah, they always do that.
Big head, big face, big nose, big lip, Mayan, the Aztec Olmec heads that's out there.
Yo, I remember these racist Mexicans, like they were being racist and stuff towards me on Twitter. Yo, I pulled that statue up. They had nothing to say. They could not explain that statue at all. I was like, why is there a statue with that name in Mexico? Yo, I gave them the blues. I done gave everybody the blues on Twitter. That's probably why I'm a shadow banned on there.
Sorry.
Y'all ever seen who Sleepy Dog is?
Uh-huh.
Osiris host.
Osiris host. What's up?
Hey, is your name David?
Darby.
Darvid.
Oh, Darby. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
We got a new person on the panel.
They were saying that they thought we was immigrants. A lot of them voted for somebody thinking that when they talking about kicking immigrants out, they thought black folks would, at the end of the day, African American or indigenous was native to this land. I mean,
Indigena. And the word indigena means a subject that has been born in a realm that has been naturalized through an act of parliament. So when you start when you
just like the word Nigerian,
and stuff,
but we
trying
call
to
it
trick you out your spot on what it is, what he means, like he from Cali and all that. He know about Queen Khalifa. You know what I'm saying?
I thought y'all was saying Wiz Khalifa.
Nah, he know who Queen Khalifa is.
Nah, I know exactly who you're
Pelican
talking
Bay.
about.
Pelican Bay.
Flag of California.
Yeah, Pelican Bay, where they send all the inmates to. Pelican Bay was her castle.
Yes, the thing that was hell. But I'm just want to let people to know, because I'm Blasian, an actual native of this land.
All white from the face.
It is
How
Say,
recently are you of age?
say it again.
Your parent, one parent black and the other one Asian, or you got
The thing is, my bloodline. The thing is, when they was here, you will find out if you find out one of the weirdest books I've ever read. What is it? The Delectable Negro. At the end of the day, there's things on how to cook a nigga. That's the only reason why now they even know.
March the Hardy.
Bro, what are you saying?
There's a book called The Delectable Black Person where they would teach
all
you
I'm
how
doing
to
is
cook
throwing
black
history.
people.
Take heed or not.
You can't use certain words up here, dude. You can't. Hold on. You can't see. You can't use certain words up here. Use TikTok friendly language. Like folks are telling you that, then listen up.
And I'm a little lost. Like you said, you're Blasian. Then you're talking about a book.
But what I'm saying is that please don't mute me. What I'm saying, if you can say Nigga, and I can go to another panel that can say Nigger, and it not get blocked or anything like that.
Like, dude, it's different panel to panel. You can't say certain stuff up there.
All right.
If I say that, there's nothing to debate about. Like if somebody, one second, I'm not. Ain't no buts. There's no buts. Leave it at that. Stop talking about it. If people say don't say that up here, guess what? You're not saying it up here.
So I cannot say Nigga.
No, you can't.
It's his panel. He don't want that language on his panel.
Nigga, please. You don't kick me out. I'm getting out.
All right, then.
Goodbye. Y'all can't watch y'all language. Y'all gotta cuss that bad that y'all can't watch y'all language. Y'all need to cuss that bad. One second. You can't speak without cussing at all, huh? Without using profound language. Y'all really have an issue with that? Man, y'all ridiculous. I'm about to wrap this live up anyway.
Yeah, it's his live. He asked me not to use the word. Why is that so hard not to just respect his rules for his panel? If you go to somebody else's panel and they allow all that, that's them. He's not them.
It'd be the people that don't look like us, because he say he's Blasian and white. He's not our people. They be suffering so hard not to say that word. It's like they want to say it so much more than we say the word. It's like oohing inside them for them to say that word.
Hey, Paul Moody said it best, baby. She said everybody want to be one, but nobody want to be one. You feel me? Everybody want to be one, nobody want to be one.
He was. He was talking about a book, then he was talking about Blasian, he was talking about like I don't know, it was hard for me to follow.
Right. I was trying to get him to break down his genealogy because the term Blasian I'm used to is like people I went to school with. They got a parent that's black, are melanated, and a parent that's Asian.
Right. Which I'm about to wrap this live up, y'all. I gotta get up early.